on the live video feed.
Yeah, it's time for the annual campaign, so we'll talk all about that. Everybody in Stark County that has ever participated in any kind of art knows exactly what the ArtsinStark annual campaign is. They lend so much help to so many arts organizations.
We got that coming up for you here. Can't thank you enough again for being part of the show this morning. Good morning, Christian, all the early risers, highway guys checking in. One more day until the weekend. Indeed. Good morning. This is my Friday Soapbox Derby Grandma. I'm so sick of you people telling me it's your last day of the week. That's like 7 of you now.
I know.
Well, it must be nice because the 3 of us will be here tomorrow. Apparently you guys won't, but enjoy your 4 or maybe 5-day weekend. Enjoy it. Enjoy your Easter weekend. That's all I can tell you. But I'm a little jealous and a little upset with some of you for having this long weekend. Ours is coming. No, it's not. So glad today's my Friday. This week went slow. Someone else?
Really? Your 4-day week went slow? I think someone's trying to rub salt into the
someone.
wounds.
It's plural form. This started since 5:30.
No, they're coming for
Even
us.
PP Slinger doesn't work tomorrow.
Really?
No, he does not. He does not. He's off. So, all right, everyone. Keep throwing it in our faces. That's fine. But we're off and running. Glad you are with us. Jake, you all right today? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
How was our sleep tip yesterday?
Okay. I went to bed at 11:30ish. So it's 15 milligrams of melatonin, and I was out.
15 grams of the melatonin.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot, but
You guys think melatonin works?
I do.
I tend to think it's a placebo.
No, I have a good friend that started melatonin like years ago. She swears by it. I mean, it must work for her, but the one and only time I took it, I didn't notice.
I feel like I'm that person. Like, I just would be like,
Yeah.
I'd still be just watching TV. Like, I don't think melatonin works on.
I think reading works. If I'm really struggling, like I can't fall asleep, I'll read.
I just tend to bring up the really sexy stuff. I guess the company I get my CPAP stuff from every few months sends you new, like, fresh stuff.
Yeah.
So I got a new mask.
Ooh.
No, it's not. I didn't realize, like, how comfortable my other one had gotten and broken in the other one got. This one's, like,
So
real
keep
stiff.
using the old one.
It sucks.
Oh, Lord.
I hate it. I use it, but I hate it. And I'm not getting the implant thing in my body.
Where it just automatically like shocks you like, breathe.
Yeah, I can't do that. Have a great day from Dr. Deeb's office. It's our Friday.
Oh, they're off too.
I'll see you guys Monday. I have an appointment with Deeb Monday afternoon. So
Look at that.
I'll be over there, guys.
I met a listener last night at Taste of Hope.
From Dr. Deeb's office?
No.
Oh. Christian, my friend. I can't wait to hear it.
No, actually, she works for ComQuest.
Does she?
Yeah, she runs the homeless shelter. I believe her name was Amy, but it was so nice meeting her. Like, she came up and she was like, "Are you like Lauren in the morning with Christian?" I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "Oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you." She was the sweetest thing ever. She listens every morning. So if you're on your way to work this morning, have a great day. It was so nice to meet you last night.
Appreciate all you guys that listen.
Yeah.
You guys are the bee's knees. 7-Eleven. Let's stay on time and get off to a good start. It's Lola Young and Messy. It's Q92. Sonic Tempo. So I'll be listening for that, checking on our poll question on Easter week. Your thoughts on Peeps? Go Peeps, no Peeps. The no Peeps are winning right now, 71% to 28%.
They make really good decor, though.
They do. They look nice around
Like,
the house.
I did it the one year where you put a vase inside of a vase and you lined the outside with Peeps. It was really cute. I did that with jelly beans, too. It was cute, too.
Head on over and vote right now. We'll let you know the results at the end of the show, but love for you to go over to our X page and vote. Would love for you to go and follow us on X at Q92, if you would, please. Someone said Xavier Bigglesworth or Lincoln Bigglesworth. Either one of those would have been fantastic. I agree. My grandma only eats Peeps when they are stale. I've heard of people that do that. That's not unheard of. Does Jake know what Pimp My Ride was from MTV?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite, but I'd watch it. Exhibit, the rapper, hosted that.
Yeah, that was the show.
Oh, man. Let me see. Call me immature, but I let out a little chuckle every time someone says they're on X. And to say you tweeted on X makes it even more funny. That is, I admit
That's
that is
true. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Peeps are like throw pillows of Easter.
They are. They're like
Fair.
just decoration. Like they brighten up the Easter basket if you put a pack in there. Like my kids will open it and like eat one, and then the rest end up going in the trash.
I don't like them. The only thing I look forward to every year is my mom gets me a. I don't know if people are familiar with Daffin's candy. Our Youngstown listeners,
Do you get the eggs, the chocolate eggs?
I get the chocolate egg with the nut in them. I don't know if it's an almond.
Are you talking about like the big egg? Yeah. We used to get those from London's.
It's shrunk over the years. My mom always just said that it's gotten more expensive. But then I go to the store and see the original size one still there. I don't know that it's gone up enough.
She meant
that I shouldn't
it went up
get
too much for her to get it for you.
You know what? I still don't. Still feel like we could. Small sacrifice.
It's so funny. That's we used to have Harry Linden's right in North Kent. Now it's Wagner Chocolates, which is equally as good. But my mom would always get like me the peanut butter egg. I think my sister got vanilla cream. Like everybody had their own. My mom's was maple.
All three of us in our Easter baskets were guaranteed the egg.
Yeah.
A chocolate bunny.
Yep.
And a sucker with a chocolate rabbit.
Oh, see, we always got
chocolate
the cross.
Sucker.
We
got a cross too. My mom was very into Jesus, so we got the cross too.
And we always got our favorite jelly beans from
Now,
London's.
some people treat Easter like a mini Christmas. The Bigglesworth family did not. We really didn't. We didn't. I'm sure you treat. Yeah, Lauren makes when you got horse money, you can.
Oh, stop it!
Here's your new car for Easter.
Not like that.
No, Jake, was your house like a mini Christmas for Easter?
No, we always got an Easter basket, and they always were hidden, and we had to find them. And we always got chocolate rabbits. And
my mom had our baskets
but
too.
like a bunch of like toys and stuff like Christmas.
When we were little, maybe like a couple in the basket, but nothing.
There was nothing.
When they were little, they got like bubbles and all that kind of stuff. But they'd also got like a movie that had just come out on DVD that they wanted, a book, so they had something to read, a plushie, so they had something to snuggle. Like I had my checklist of things that needed. Yeah. It's still kind of like that.
Jamie still hides eggs for her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Every year it's a tradition. She hides them. There's something in all of them. Mm-hmm. Might be a $5 bill. Might be a
piece of candy.
Might be a piece of candy. Might be nothing. I just watch it.
Yeah.
That's cute. Fun. That's cute. Must be nice to have horse money, LOL.
Oh, stop with the horse money.
She has her lawn treated. She has a horse. Christmas is Easter. I mean, man, must be nice. Cheers to you and all your success.
Stop it.
Let me see. My GMA loved Peeps and black jelly beans. Ugh. So the whole family would always candy dump over at her house with the stuff that no one wanted. That's funny.
Tony likes black jelly beans. It's the only thing that makes me raise an eyebrow at him every now and then.
Yeah, black jelly beans. I'm with you. Now that I'm with you on.
That's gross.
I will vote with you on that one. I'm not
that
a fan
flavor.
of that.
That flavor, I was always immature because when I was younger, my grandmother would be like, "It's anise flavored." That's what it is.
Like, excuse me?
Right. anything?
She gave me a little teddy bear and then a tea strainer to make like tea because I like to make like a loose leaf tea.
Oh, nice. Okay, so like the ball. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. And I didn't know that about you. Now that I do, I got some thoughts. Okay.
Loose leaf tea?
Yeah.
Oh, loose leaf
What
tea
is
is
that?
amazing. It's literally like loose leaf tea leaves, like that you put in this little like.
It's tea without the tea bags, and it's more
Right.
like thicker leaves.
Yeah. If you were to cut open a tea bag, it would be what's inside that tea bag, only not as
Ground
finely. Yeah, not as finely ground up.
Okay. I didn't know you were a tea guy. I never see you with tea in the morning.
I don't drink in the morning, but
You like a little Earl Grey, little
I don't know.
breakfast tea.
No, I prefer green tea. I had that once and wasn't a fan.
You need to try. They have a loose leaf tea. It's called Sleepy Time. It's like a
Oh, yeah.
light mint, whatever. You're supposed to have it right before bed. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't like tea.
At all?
No.
Like a not iced tea or sweet tea? Or,
No. Tastes terrible.
why am I not surprised?
Tastes like someone just screwed up water. I don't know how to explain it. I don't just
You're so
like
dumb.
who destroyed this water? Like, you know what I mean? Why haven't we filtered? Put it in the Brita. What's wrong with it?
It sweetens. It's
No.
so sweet.
The taste there's in that, and there's always an aftertaste with tea.
No.
Always an aftertaste. It's just
Will you drink flavored tea like peach tea or raspberry
No.
tea? Oh my.
no.
I love iced tea.
If it has tea,
Sweet tea is
it's
my
not
favorite.
for me.
Me too.
I'd have been at the Boston
If
Tea
it has
Party.
what, it's not for me.
Tea.
If it has tea,
If
it's
it's
not
tea,
for
it's
me.
not for me. If I was at the Boston Tea Party, I wouldn't have been throwing it over taxation. It would have been just because I hate tea.
Oh, I see. You've been like, forget the money.
Yeah.
Get rid of this crap.
Tell the king to go to hell. And yeah, tell him no more of this stupid tea either. Tastes stupid. I've never been a tea fan. Can't do sweetened, can't do unsweetened. It's very gross.
Have you ever had a hot tea with honey and lemon? And
If I have a problem with my throat, I go with hot cocoa.
yeah, but that makes you phlegmy because it's chocolate.
Wives' tale. Can't prove that. There's no science.
Meanwhile,
behind
he's over there.
it. I still have a cough from that damn cold.
Yeah, I know. My
I still
daughter
have
still has a
drainage.
cough. My daughter's going on 3 weeks with the cough. Mine's starting to go away.
I feel like there's like a drainage coat on the back of my throat. No matter what I do, I can't cough, hack it out, but I feel it.
I read online someone's calling it the 100-day cough.
I still
The
got it.
one that's associated with
I
the
feel fine.
Yeah.
Don't feel sick at all,
you
but
just still cough.
I'm still hacking, and I still feel like I got like a layer of like just drainage
Yummy.
in my throat,
Yeah, delicious.
just coated
Ew.
with snot gravy. Oh,
Oh, Christian.
7. $7:21 right here on today's hit music, Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. 9 minutes away from Look at Sports. Going to get a finalist this hour for those 4-day passes to Sonic Temple. Cruise Stadium. Q to call. We call it Q to call this hour, Q to call next hour, and we are also a finalist on the live video stream. You have to go over, click the like button in the comments section. Simply type Q92 Rocks. Lauren's going to randomly select one of you that does that and make you a finalist at the end of the show just before we sign off at 10 o'clock. So what are you waiting for? We are live on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. Go on over there right now. Click the like button. Again, Q92 Rocks in the comments section. Mustache Master checking out. See you guys on Tuesday. So you got.
Oh, okay, good for you. Hit the button.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. We're gonna stay home tomorrow too.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
All right. Good morning. Q92 crew got done at urgent care yesterday. Found out that my foot is not broken, just have a foreign body in my foot without realizing it. They asked if I had a good podiatrist. Well, let me see. Jordan Miller told me my podiatrist is facing felony charges on the radio a few weeks ago.
Oh
LOL.
my gosh.
So nope, I'm on the market for a new podiatrist. Well, it happens.
I don't know what it is with these doctors lately. We have a doctor in North Canton that's under fire for charges. And
Yeah, things happen.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Yeah.
Sometimes they take liberties.
Yeah.
At the end of that Messy song, it sounds like she's singing, "I ain't no hole in one." LOL.
I'll have to listen to it back again.
I haven't listened to that closely to hear that, but I will listen for it now. I got no problem with that. Who knows? Who knows? It's on our prep site today. The discussion. At what age did you first feel old? That's a good question. At what age did I first say to myself, I'm old?
I've really literally been facing that this past year.
Yeah. To me, and I know in life it's not, but to me, when I was like, yeah, it's over, was when I got the 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that way about my 40th birthday.
I did. I don't care, but I was like, yeah, all over.
I thought I was going to,
I'm not
but then
hip.
I was like, this
not
is
that I was
not
ever
bad.
hip. I'm like, I'm not cool. I'm not hip. Young people look at me as like, you're 40. Ask a young person about 40 and watch the disgust in their face.
I know.
Watch the disgust in their face. Like to show you, like, because there's like a podcast I used to check out that I still do, and the 2 people that do it are in their mid-20s. And this guy made a comment about how he listened and they lost one. The show used to have an older host too. These 2 young kids and this other guy's in his late 40s, and he left the show. And the guy was saying like, I like you guys, but I gotta admit, it was better. I miss the older guy. And they're like, basically like, well, I mean, you're 41. They were basically being like, ew, you're 41. Like, yeah, man, why would, yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, young people look at 40 as like, that's disgusting. Now, when you get to 40, you're like, no, we're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
We just hurt a little.
Right.
Just everything's horrid.
Right.
Everything's sore. You know what I mean?
Sore. It's harder to get up off the floor after you've been sitting down there for a while.
The only thing I would tell the kids in their 20s is, listen, we all were in our 20s. You fart in your 40s. I don't know how to explain it to you, but time
It does
flies.
go fast. You're right.
And you don't realize you're 40 until you're 40. Like, you still feel like, I'm a 20-year-old.
Listen, in the past year, I have gotten trifocals. Okay?
Yeah.
My skin has changed.
Yep.
Like, I've noticed, like, I have more age spots. I've started noticing more, like, crow's feet and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've had to, like, change my skincare routine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, all these things have happened in the past year where I'm like, what is happening? It was just like, boom, someone flipped a switch this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
I don't know
It happens. I know, Jake, you can't relate, but it sucks.
I can a little bit relate. I know I'm young and my body doesn't show it, but like I'm like an old man, like inside. Like
Okay.
I don't go out. 9 o'clock's my bedtime. I crunch when I stand off the couch. I always in pain. Like I feel it.
Pain.
Like the other day I was sitting on the floor. I got up and I crunched.
Well, that's,
Yeah, things happen. You know,
my
get up
knees
in your
crunch
neo crack.
every time I take a step.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say getting older is the thing that bothers you the most?
Like, symptom-wise?
Even if it's superficial. I don't care. Because we're all humans. We all have these emotions. We all things like
Honestly, my vision.
that like kind of bothers you.
Oh, I can't get used to my trifocals. I used to make fun of my mom because I'd be like, don't you have bifocals? And she would always have her glasses on her head when she was trying to read up close. She'd be like, yeah, but they don't work. And I was always like, okay, whatever. She's right. They don't work. Like, I hate like having to go like I'm constantly flipping glasses up and down off my head. I like
Something not the vein thing, but the thing that really made me be like, man, I'm an old man, was the CPAP machine.
Oh, I can see that.
The CPAP machine was like, I'm halfway to Jesus.
But if you think about it this way, you probably should have had it when you were 30.
No, honestly.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get it. Jamie's very happy I have it every night.
I'm sure she is.
Not only for my overall health, but she can sleep because she's not sitting next to a chainsaw
Right.
at night. But if we're going vain, my facial hair turning gray.
I could get that. Yeah.
Hate it.
I don't have a gray hair yet.
Jamie loves it. I hate it.
I think.
And when I tell you I hate it, I mean it bothers me.
No, listen. I do believe what Jamie says is true though, because I love Tony's salt and pepper look.
And it exploded after I got COVID. Again, that's my conspiracy thing. I don't have nothing.
Could have been just like coincidental
or
timing.
it was the perfect timing, but I swear to you, I had just little hint.
No one
and
knows
then after
for
I
sure.
got
Maybe it
COVID,
was.
I became Santa Claus.
Christian, you act like you're that white. I'm sitting here staring
I'm telling
at you.
If I grew it out,
Oh, stop it. I see patches of dark in there too.
I'm just saying, like, if we're going by vein,
right.
that's mine.
Okay, if we're going by vein.
If we're going by vein, that's what, when I see it, I'm like, God.
If
I catch it in the mirror, I'm like, oh.
If we're going by vein, it's probably my face.
Your face.
I'm serious. Listen, this past year, like now, I know you're like, oh, your scar looks good. I look in the mirror, I see that.
I don't even see
I
it.
see my age spot over here. Like I see my crow's feet. Like so, for me, it's like when I look in the mirror, it's like my face looks old and butchered. Like, not that they butchered
I'm a wrinkly old woman.
Yes, but that is how I feel.
No,
like no
listen,
amount of skincare is.
But it's funny how people don't perceive us quite like we do. Because you look at me and you're like, dude, you're not Santa. And I look at you and I'm like, I don't know if Jake's the same, but I don't even see what you think is a scar or an age spot.
Oh.
I'm sitting right here and I don't see it.
See, and I feel like I'm like puffier here because of.
Jake, honestly, do you see it?
I have not noticed a difference in the last 3 or 4 years I've known you.
Yeah. But when you see someone every day,
that's also true.
You look past that because they're just that person. You're with them all of the time.
But that's the facial hair turning gray is the most vain thing as far as when did I start to feel old then, and then the like true like man I'm getting old is I wear a fighter jet mask to bed. It's kind of hard to seduce Jamie with that. Get over here, honey.
Dude, you should like one night you should just be like start doing like in the cockpit in Top Gun, like start running some movie lines.
I do Bane from Batman Forever.
Oh, okay, that's just as good.
Nobody knew who I was until I put on the mask. I do that every
Yeah.
night before I go to bed. And she's like, "You're an idiot." When did you guys feel old? I'm just curious. When did you seriously, or what was an event, or what is a thing,
or like a body change? Yeah.
You know what else? As I get older, ear hair. The hair on my head died. And all of a sudden, my ears are a garden. I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I get that. Because
explain that.
I'm that woman that has that random hair on her chinny chin that has to be black.
Yeah. What is happening? Like, why am I sprouting? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
What is my
I'm married
ears?
to an Italian man.
My ears. Anyway, what age did you feel older? What is something that's happened to you where you're like, man, I'm getting old? I'm just curious. It's the killer. Somebody told me on Q92. I was for a play in high school. I was the guy that would pull the curtain, play the music and all that.
You
backstage.
You were stagehand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my friend, we called him Starman, Jason Stratus, we were backstage. We had a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we were just back there chilling, doing all the stuff, following the script.
You were allowed to eat on the stage?
Yeah, they let us.
Oh.
Listen, he was a different cat, and you weren't really going to tell him what to do, even in high school.
Like even the teachers knew that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't mean in a bully way. Some people are built different.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, he served in the military, was in Iraq, got shot, and was just so pissed he got shot. He was so mad. Like, I don't know.
I think most would be upset about it.
He told me the story. It was one of the funniest things. I've never heard anyone tell a story like that. I was like, well, what?
I don't think anybody's going to get shot and just be like, oh, goody.
I was like, were you scared? I was like, no, I was pissed. I was like, and that's why he was allowed to bring Kentucky Fried Chicken to the play. Full circle.
Got it.
And he really wasn't in no way a bully. He was just that dude. He was that farm kid that
he's going to do what he wants. Yeah.
Strong as hell. Just, yeah. He was a teddy bear until it was time not to be.
Right.
I remember mouthing off to him one time and thinking, well, I'm going to die. I remember doing that.
And you didn't.
During a football game.
Yeah.
I could have.
Oh.
I can tell you right now. And my toughest.
Those are the ones that you want to be friends with.
Yeah. You ever, I don't know, you guys probably, and I'm not judging you because I'm a sissy, but you ever puff up and realize immediately, like, I should not have done this?
Yeah, when I was younger to my dad.
I mean, like in a fight, it could have been a fight situation.
Yeah, when I got my butt kicked.
Like, I remember, like,
remember the fight I told you about?
Yeah, you were in a fight.
I did. My mouth went, woo, and my body went,
But I mean, in that moment, was there any moment where you were like, this might have been a very bad idea?
Yeah.
I remember getting into it with him over something during a football game. And I yelled at him. And we had like a eye-to-eye stare down where I was like, I was pissed, but I was like, this is going to end terribly for me. Even mad.
Did you say it out loud?
No.
I would.
No, because I was committed. My chips were on the table. But I remember we were staring at each other, and he was looking at me like, am I going to have to kick your ass? And I was looking at him like, yes.
Gotcha, yeah.
Like, and I know I might have looked tough, but I'm telling you, I knew like this was a terrible life decision I just made.
Yeah.
Luckily, cooler heads prevailed. But I remember, I was like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. No one ever had a moment like that, Jake? I imagine no.
Not really, no.
Yeah, I don't see you getting any. Not that I was any rumble.
No, I talked back, and then all of a sudden, I'm like,
but you were mad, right?
I was mad.
You were ready to go.
Well, I kept trying to defend my stance. I'm like, I don't understand. I mean, maybe she was onto something because we did end up dating later, but in that moment, we weren't dating. Like, she was upset because it was Thanksgiving weekend. They were home from college. We were going to go see a movie. Her boyfriend, well, not boyfriend, love interest, whatever, had no car up here, was down at school.
Mm-hmm.
And so he needed picked up so we could all go to a movie together. And she wasn't done with her family yet. And he was like, I need to get out of my house. Come get me. Let's wait on her. It was completely innocent at that point.
Yeah, but she did not see it that way.
No. Then I was getting pushed over the hedges and,
but
my
you
hair
mouthed
torn
off
out.
first, didn't you?
I sure
There
did.
you
I
go.
mouthed off. And then the next thing I know, I see Sky and, I'm laying in the grass in the front yard.
Yeah. I think all
I
of
was
us
trying to defend my stance. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong here. And she's like,
proud of you for listening.
heck, you aren't.
proud of you for trying to stand your ground. Doesn't
Didn't
always
work.
work the way we think, but I'm proud of you for doing it.
Anything?
She gave me a little teddy bear and then a tea strainer to make like tea because I like to make like a loose leaf tea.
Oh, nice. Okay, so like the ball. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. And I didn't know that about you. Now that I do, I got some thoughts. Okay.
Loose leaf tea?
Yeah.
Oh, loose leaf
What
tea
is
is
that?
amazing. It's literally like loose leaf tea leaves, like that you put in this little like.
It's tea without the tea bags, and it's more
Right.
like thicker leaves.
Yeah. If you were to cut open a tea bag, it would be what's inside that tea bag, only not as
Ground
finely. Yeah, not as finely ground up.
Okay. I didn't know you were a tea guy. I never see you with tea in the morning.
I don't drink it in the morning, but
You like a little Earl Grey, little
I don't know.
breakfast tea.
No, I prefer green tea. I had that once and wasn't a fan.
You need to try. They have a loose leaf tea. It's called Sleepy Time. It's like a
Oh, yeah.
light mint, whatever. You're supposed to have it right before bed. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't like tea.
At all?
No.
Like a not iced tea or sweet tea? Or,
No. Tastes terrible.
why am I not surprised?
Tastes like someone just screwed up water. I don't know how to explain it. I don't just
It's
like
dumb.
who destroyed this water? Like, you know what I mean? Why haven't we filtered? Put it in the Brita. What's wrong with it?
It's sweetened. It's
No.
so sweet.
The taste, and there's always an aftertaste with tea.
No.
Always an aftertaste. It's just
Will you drink flavored tea like peach tea or
No.
raspberry tea? Oh my.
no.
I love iced tea.
If it has tea,
Sweet tea is
it's
my
not
favorite.
for
Me
me.
too.
I'd have been at the Boston
If
Tea
it has
Party.
what? It's not for me.
Tea.
If it has tea,
If
it's
it's
not
tea,
for
it's
me.
not for me. If I was at the Boston Tea Party, I wouldn't have been throwing it over. $7:37 still to come this hour. Getting ourselves a finalist for the 4-day passes to Sonic Temple at Crew Stadium, May 8th through 11th. Listen for the cue to call this hour. Next hour, we're getting a finalist on the live video feed as well on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Go over there. Click the like button in the comments section. Put Q92 rocks. Jordan Miller joining us at 8:30 as always on a Thursday morning, and then at 9:15, Maureen Ater from ArtsinStark going to be joining us to talk about what's going on with ArtsinStark. They've got something coming up.
Annual campaign.
Their annual campaign's coming up. We're going to talk all about that. Coming up with Maureen, or Mo, as she likes to be called. That's coming up at 9:15. 330-450-9292 is our phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. On your radio, we're at Q92radio.com where you can listen. Or you're watching again on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Talk about when you felt old, what age or What happened that made you realize, man, I'm old now?
Like the shift.
Yeah. I'm 38. I feel old, but I don't feel like I'm a responsible adult, someone says. I got you. I didn't feel, like I said, I needed the 4 before I really was like, oh, man. Oh, man.
And I didn't feel that way. I mean, like 40 was just kind of like, oh, okay.
I didn't start feeling old until 55-ish. 50 did not bother me at all. I'll be 58 this year. I'm 61. I feel younger now than I did then.
Well, I hope.
God bless.
I want some of what you got.
Lauren, what are trifocals? I've heard of bifocals, not trifocals.
So trifocals are a mix. It's like a hybrid. They're a multifocal lens. So you have your regular vision set looking up. You have your arm's length distance vision in the middle. So that would be like for when you're looking at your computer or, something like that. And then your bifocal obviously is for your close up. And they have blended it now into a lens. And it's horrible. Don't fall for the, well, we can fix all of that in one lens for you. No, the answer is no. Don't do it. That's a trifocal.
Worst thing is weight gain. I've always been thin. The past 10 years, I've gained 50 pounds. I can't get over the way I look.
Oh, no. You know what? I'm with you on that. And it's harder to lose weight. The older you get, the harder it is.
Metabolism takes a little slow down.
Tanks down. Yep.
I'm 44 and I don't feel old at all. Well, good.
Awesome.
Good. When the knees locked for the first time, I knew it was all downhill from here. That's funny. Air Force guy here. I realize I'm getting old when people on TikTok are asking what Game Boys and DSs are in the comments. I'm 23.
Are they? They really are? Like, my kids know what those are.
Dude, the Game Boy was so cool.
It was cool. I had Game Boy Color.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Stop. My grandparents got it for me for Christmas, you big jerk.
I felt old when I broke my hip and stopped being able to eat what I want without gaining weight. Fair enough.
Yeah.
The older you get, the longer the bruises stay around. I felt old finding out I have arthritis in both knees at 35.
Oh, and you know another thing that I found in aging? Everything gives me heartburn.
I found that too, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, if I breathe too hard,
right.
If I breathe deep too hard, I have heartburn.
I'm parched. Yeah. Let me get a drink of water.
As a matter of fact,
heartburn.
there are Tums on my nightstand next to my bed.
Yeah.
If I wake up in the middle of the night
it sucks. It's like,
yeah.
I literally had water.
Like, really? An apple?
Yeah.
50 hit me bad. I'll be 53 in August. Arg. I'm with Lauren. The facial hair, especially chin or random 4-inch hair that appears overnight on my neck.
Right? You're like, what the crap? And then when you find it, you're like, oh my God, how long has that been there? Has anybody else seen that? No one has said anything to me?
That's funny. Good text here. I came into this world fat and bald, and I'm leaving the same way. When I talk to my children and tell them about my childhood, they have no clue anything that happened in the early 90s. That makes me feel old. I'm 51, LOL.
Aw.
I'll be 46 next week. This past year and a half, I've aged at the speed of light. First my vision, then the hot flashes. Now I have this menopause belly that won't go away, and my chin hair started sprouting and turned white within the same year. Damn.
It sucks, man.
Damn. I started to feel old when I realized my little cousins have grown up. I remember my aunt being pregnant with them. Now they're in their 20s with jobs and live on their own. That makes you feel really old.
Yeah.
I used to make fun of people who wore glasses, then had another pair on their head. I caught myself doing that yesterday. Needed to switch constantly the glasses I was wearing. I now feel old.
Right? I know. Like, they were onto something, though. Like, they weren't just doing it for fun.
Yeah. Good morning, Netflix binge girl here. I'm 46. I feel pretty good. However, the little naps in the afternoon make me feel old. LOL.
Oh, well.
See, I cherish those.
Listen, yes. And I have a name for them. They're called snappy nappies. So, like, if I'm really tired here, I'll take a snappy nappy in the afternoon, which is basically like 20 minutes. Like, I will literally doze for like 20 minutes. If it goes much longer than that, I am a complete bear the rest of the day.
You're a bear.
Like, I can't get over it. Like, I'm groggy. I'm mean. But it's got to be a snappy nappy.
Snappy nappy. When I turned 40, my give a Fs went out the window. I'm overly blunt and I don't care. If you like what I say or not, bye, Felicia. I haven't heard that in a while.
I feel like I've been that way too. Like, as I got older, I don't care what I mean, like, if I feel something, I'm going to tell you or say it.
Speaking of getting old, shout out to my wife, Lori, since today's her birthday. I'm 48 with a 6-month-old. Taking him to the doctor is what made me feel old. 36 in full-blown perimenopause. Or maybe you meant premenopause? At
No.
36. Peri is a word?
Perimenopause is menopause before menopause. So it's your body gearing up for menopause. So you'll notice like changes before you actually go into menopause. That's perimenopause.
Gotcha. Trifocal. Try them and wish, someone says in the text line. I'm 36. I already need new kneecaps and a girlfriend. LOL. It's funny. I aged like fine wine and turned into a dilf. I was ugly as a kid, but age treated me well. Look at you.
Oh, look at that.
And confident as well, huh? Love it. 7:43 right now. It's Kane Brown and Marshmallow Miles on it on Q. Text in about who their hall pass was. Then someone asked, what's everybody's hall pass? Now, if you don't know what a hall pass is,
I do.
it's kind of a gentleman's agreement between a husband and a wife of a celebrity. That if you had the chance to express yourself physically with that person,
Yeah.
it would be allowed because they're
That's
your
still
hall pass.
really gross. I saw what you did there.
Express your love physically.
Oh.
So I got to be honest, I don't know, and I'm not trying to. I'll think, but I'm trying to think who I'd want as my hall pass now in 2025. I feel like yours would be Matthew McConaughey.
Probably Matthew McConaughey, or well, if I wanted to really be like a cougar,
Cougar.
Jacob Elordi's really good looking.
I don't know who the hell is
And he's
Jacob
crazy.
Elordi.
Oh yeah, Google that. Google that.
What's he from?
He's in. Well, the only thing I did not see him in because I heard it was gross was Saltburn. But,
I see him now. He ain't nothing special.
it's really without the beard.
I'm gonna say with that beard, he looks like he should be in the Civil War.
Yeah. Well, he just doesn't grow a good beard.
Nice to meet you, Colonel Mustard. That's
But he was
blue.
in Euphoria.
Okay.
He's been in some movies here and there. I first saw him just because of like a series of movies that like my daughter watched way back.
Now this would be interesting. Jake, I'd love to know yours, and it cannot be Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, it's got to be a real person.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
Oh, that was quick.
Wow, he was ready.
Wow.
Well, I used to like Sabrina Carpenter, but now I'm going with Tate McRae.
You
She's
know
a-
why? You know
She's
why?
a lot more flexible.
She is, isn't
Did
she?
you see that new music video?
Not the whole music video, but I've seen the clips on TikTok. I mean, she does take her foot and put it up to her head, and she's wearing white clothing and not a lot of it. So yeah, and she's a good dancer.
Yeah.
She clearly woke up and
She'll be doing that if she's your hall pass,
grow-
dancing around.
Growing up, she clearly took tap and jazz. Clearly.
I bet you she lived on a cul-de-sac growing up.
Probably in a cul-de-sac, going to dance, tap and jazz every day. So Tate McRae, I think that is the probably. She's like the sexy pop star now.
Tate McRae?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Gracie Abrams is really.
Now, 330-450-9292. If you are caller number 10, guess what? You're going to be in the running for a chance to win 4-day passes to go to historic Crew Stadium in Columbus to see Sonic Temple, Metallica headlining 2 nights, not to mention Linkin Park and Korn the other, and all the other amazing bands are going to be there. Can't win unless you're a finalist. Be caller number 8 and become one right now on Q92.
Can I get...
Like I tell you, if it was in my sleep, what a way to go.
That's true.
What a way to go.
There's something to be said for that.
I'm telling you. We've said that before. If you could pick, isn't that what you're picking?
I know, but probably Jimmy would like to have you go in your sleep when you're in your 80s.
I get it.
Not now.
I get it. But I get that too. Something about waking up, just there's Jesus.
Oh, hi.
It's time to wake up. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Jesus!
Right.
Oh. I'd be like, oh.
You're throwing the covers back. Where's the buffet? I
You
know
else
it's
I
up
wonder,
here.
like, when you die and you go to heaven, you know what I mean? Like, Is there like a second where like you see him and you're like, oh, hello. And Jesus is like, yeah.
Right. About that. Yeah, it was your time.
So, sorry about that. Time was up.
Do you think they give you a tour or you just know where to go?
I don't know. And who gives it?
Maybe someone in your family that went before you.
You know what I mean? Like there's a big crowd. Moses comes up. I have this. Everyone move. Move. All right. There you go. Pearly gates. Thank you. And he paid. Jake, what's your rage?
Mine's kind of a little bit self-inflicted, the first part at least. So I'm kind of lazy and don't like to do things until like I absolutely have to.
Procrastination?
Yeah, so my windshield wipers absolutely do not work well at all. And I was always out of windshield wiper fluid. And so like yesterday driving here, I couldn't see because it was dirty. And so I had to like wait until like a car drove next to me and splashed enough snow so I could clean my windshield wiper so I could see.
Yeah.
And
Bottle of water out the window, Jake. I had to do it.
If I had water.
Okay.
So yesterday I was out with Star and we were grocery shopping and I saw windshield wiper fluid. I'm like, finally, I'm going to do it. Going to refill my windshield wiper fluid.
Make the investment.
Right. so I got the
Where were you shopping at? Just out of curiosity.
dealers in Ashland.
Oh, okay.
So I got the de-icer and it said negative 30 degrees, melts ice instantly. So I'm like, great. So I put that in my car. I tested it, works great. You know, like we go home. And I used it one more time before leaving her house. And then on my drive here this morning, I also couldn't see. I'm like, I got this time. You know, I turn on the windshield wiper fluid, nothing comes out. My windshield wiper scrape, makes that awful noise, smears it around, makes it harder to see, nothing comes out. I don't know why my windshield wiper.
Did it freeze? Do you park your truck outside at night?
Yeah,
Okay.
but shouldn't it not freeze if it's negative 30 degree?
But where it comes out of, water can get in there and freeze and block off where that would come out.
Oh.
So
That could happen, or sometimes in cars, it's like a hose wise off, and sometimes that needs taken apart and cleaned.
yeah.
And if you're running high, I know that I was having issues, and of course, like all men, I had my lady do it. I looked up a YouTube video how to do it, and she went out in the garage and did it, and my windshield wipers work fine now.
Yeah.
Because I watched a couple YouTube videos, and apparently, according to these guys, that happens more than you think.
Oh,
They can become disconnected
I
very
was going to say
easily,
disconnected.
or
That's
they
happened
can
to me.
become clogged with just stuff. If you just clean out the hoses.
Yeah. My Durango did that. It came completely apart. And
Yeah.
Tony, finally, when he was looking in, he kind of like looked up because it was mounted to like the hood part of the car. And he was like, oh, this is the problem. And he literally just like connected them back together.
A lot of times, Jake, that just happened to me. It can be an easier fix than you think, even if you have to like pop the hood, because it could be as simple as the hoses. But she's right. It could be frozen too from the exit part.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
From being outside.
I'll look into it today.
So hopefully, because that is a terrible when you're driving on, especially like on the freeway.
Maybe just keep a bottle of water in your glove compartment just in case.
Okay.
But like
Ooh.
you do know, you can go to like Walmart or you can go into AutoZone and just tell them to make a model of your car and they'll put the blades on for you.
Yeah, I need new blades for sure, but the windshield wiper fluid also needs to work for those to be
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's true.
Fair. Ooh, you know what else you could do? Do a little spray bottle, put windshield wiper fluid, and then if you're driving, just reach around while you're driving.
Little.
Just my head out the window and spray my own
Yeah.
windshield.
Dude, like, what is he doing?
Okay.
What does that kid do? Body that made you feel old. And a lot of you have some interesting things. DJ Dinger checking in. 38 this year, but still feel young like 24. But doing granite countertops is going to catch up with me. Have an amazing day, everyone. Yeah, when you're a physical worker.
A laborer, yes.
My brother's going to have his knee done.
Oh, I believe it.
It's a fact.
So our family, well, my husband's side of the family in Florida, they owned a marble company for years, and they installed marble and all that kind of stuff. And I know, like, all of them, like knees, shoulders, like because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
And it's so much work. It's so strenuous.
Yeah. So, yeah, when you have a physical job like that your whole life, yeah, it's going to eventually, unfortunately, probably catch up with you.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Amy says, I'm 48, and I have really felt my age this past year. Was doing okay until now.
Was doing all right until just now.
Right. And then where's this at? Okay, here Lisa says I just turned 60. And now I need a built-in air conditioning system.
Fair. That's fair. Not all of us could look like Brad Pitt when we turn 60.
No, but I would just love one time for like Jennifer Aniston to be like, oh my God, the hot flashes are a nightmare. Like, I just want to hear something. Or, oh my gosh, yes, every morning I have to inspect to pull chin hairs. Like something.
Jennifer Aniston, J-Lo. I was just talking about someone else, that Halle Berry. They look.
Yeah, and Halle Berry is
unbelievable.
older than both of those other two.
I believe she is. I am a surrogate, and knowing I was young enough to be accepted as a surrogate mama was awesome until I went to the OB and they marked me advanced maternal age. I'm 37.
I was going to say, I think it's after 35. That's like an auto check.
Yeah. 37. Yeah, that'll wake you up real quick. It is 7:56. This band will be performing at Sonic. It's Lincoln Park. This is Burn It Down on Q. A survey or a interview with a Dr. Shazadi Harper, an expert in menopause and hormonal changes affecting libido.
Yeah.
It's been revealed the best time of day to express your love physically.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Do you think morning, afternoon, or night?
Night.
Jake?
Morning.
Jake, the sexpert, is right. It is the morning, apparently.
You got kids. That ain't happening.
Well, it says testosterone levels are high for both men and for women. They're at their highest. Testosterone is the hormone which is predominantly the male hormone that men have, and women have it as well. It is for energy and for alertness, and it causes that sexy feeling She would say, I would say the morning is a very good time. Testosterone is a hormone produced by the body, and although women produce it, men have far higher levels. So the best time of the day is right in the morning before you guys start your day. Now, I don't know. Do you brush your teeth first?
No. No, actually, yeah.
If you had to guess, and I want you to summarize. Expressing your love physically over the years.
Yeah.
What time of day would you say the average is?
3 a.m.
No, I mean like night, afternoon.
Night.
Yeah. 3 a.m. You have to set an alarm for that? Hope you both wake up, because I would.
No.
Do you stay up and wait for 3 a.m. or do you
No.
go to sleep and set, like I said, you set an alarm?
Just an internal clock that
No,
wakes you up.
You don't. Your body doesn't wake you up for that.
I mean, not
It's
every
3
night.
a.m.,
No.
I must be horny. Jake?
Thank God my daughter's off today.
If you had to summarize, would most of your expressed physical love have taken place at night, in the afternoon, or in the morning?
At night.
That's not to say it doesn't happen at night.
I know. I'm just saying, trying to get a gist of. I'm thinking about myself. I guess if I gotta.
You've never woken up and done the whole
I have.
Okay.
I have, like, daily. And she's like, no. But I guess it'll probably be night too. So apparently, we as humans are not doing this correctly. Not the best time.
I feel like morning's really hard because people get up and go to work in the morning. If it's a weekend, and you have kids, littles get up really early.
They do. And again, this is taking nothing as far as things that could, it's just telling you when the best time is for you. It is in the morning. Yeah, no, those were good times. Grunge.
Yeah.
That's when the whole grunge rock.
Gavin
thing was big.
Rossdale, forget about it.
Women loved Gavin Rossdale,
Yeah, this one did.
ex-husband of Gwen Stefani.
Yep.
They had 2 children together.
Pretty children, too.
Here on today's hit music, Q92, Christian here with you, hanging out on your Thursday morning. Lauren and Jake here. Glad you are with us on your radios. If you're listening on our website, Q92radio.com. Good morning. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and X, good morning as well. Glad you are with us. Hope you're having a good start to your day.
I mean, the sun is shining. It's going to be warm today. You guys, 77 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but today's not going to be bad. It's like 62.
Yeah.
And the sun is shining.
31 right now.
It's warming up.
Still sucks.
All right, you stay in the dumps over there. I'm walking on sunshine over here.
You are literally not walking on sunshine. You would die. You would die.
Christian,
The sun would melt you.
I was not being literal.
Just saying. You would absolutely be. Wouldn't it be cool if we could?
Walk on sunshine?
Yeah. I can't get over, I don't even plan on talking about this at all, but I can't get over people think that Katy Perry and those women did not go to space at all. Now, some people argue they never really went to space, period. They were never in orbit of...
They had zero gravity.
But they were not in orbit. They did...
Oh, I don't know.
I'm saying science, like some people... Like,
I don't know if they entered orbit or not.
but there are some people, I'm saying, that don't think it happened, period. And they're using that door incident as a...
They need to get off of that.
Well, that door's not supposed to open from the inside.
How do we know that?
Because that's how those things are made.
Okay, but
Remember when they brought home the astronauts
that
from the
was
space
NASA,
station?
though. That was NASA.
I know. All right. I don't believe you're supposed to be able to
I'm
open
just
the
saying,
door from the inside.
Did Blue Origin come out and say, "Oh no, those doors aren't supposed to be opening from the
No,
inside"?
but they haven't. No, they haven't commented on anything. I think it was just a messed up photo op.
I think so too.
I think Bezos wanted you to see him opening the hatch and welcoming them home, and someone inside made a boo-boo.
Okay, this is how I look at what these ladies did. It was very similar to, and I say similar, in the rush that would come from a carnival ride. However, they left the Earth to do it. However, it was 11 minutes. I mean, let's not pretend that this is Butch and Suni, stuck in space. This is like they didn't have a meal. They didn't have to go potty. They did, this was.
No, it was 11 minutes total.
It was a quick up and a quick down. Like they could have done this trip and still made it for carpool.
Hell of a rush.
Of course it was.
Hell of a rush. Probably more than a Trop Dill Dragster, which I was the very first person to ride that wasn't an employee.
I wonder if they got a medal
And
for what they did.
They probably have an award like I have at
They
home.
got really cool spacesuits, so even if I got to keep that, I think I'd be okay.
The hate they're getting for it.
I think it's dumb. I mean, these people came off their wallet and funded this themselves. Bezos funds his own company. Like, they're not hurting anything. Just admit, I'm not saying anybody's jealous, per se, because I would never want to do what they did. I am not jealous in the least. Does it take guts to do what they did? Yes. I have to give them that.
Nothing about what they did angers me.
No.
How about that?
I was just
and
like, okay.
so many people, it seems to have really angered.
Yeah, it seems to be a trigger for a lot of people.
And I'm just like, what? Listen, even if they faked it, I got to be honest, I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect my life at all. Like, it's weird, but I don't. But the amount of people online going, look, it's fake. They didn't really even do it. This was all staged. I'm like, there's no purpose for it to be staged.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. It was an all-female crew. They made, history in that
Would you
regard.
do that?
What
they did? Not necessarily
No.
go to space for a couple of weeks. Would you do that? 11-minute
No.
ride? No, you wouldn't see it as a thrill
No.
ride?
Does any part of me give off vibes that I'm into thrill rides?
Maybe a good merry-go-round.
I like to play it safe,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But
Jake, would you do it? That one. You're only gone for 11 minutes. You come right back
Maybe.
I was going to say, I could see you doing it.
Is the whole trip 11 minutes? Or were they
Yeah.
in space for 11 minutes?
I think they're in space for 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how long does it take to get to space?
down. Takes a second.
A few minutes for
Yeah.
them to make the ascent to get into zero
Okay.
gravity.
I might do that one. I'm more apt to do that than like stay in space for
Oh,
a
hell no. No, I'm not
extended
leaving
amount
it.
of time.
Right.
I'm leaving Earth for real if I have to.
Did you hear Gayle King?
She was pissed at some of the people giving her crap. For
Oh, yeah. She said, well, people kept taking advantage of the way her face looked. She said, you guys don't understand. This, for me, was challenging myself because I hate to fly in an airplane. I'm afraid of heights. Like, this was me pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. I was terrified.
Just in orbit. Well, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, but they were definitely right there. They were looking down. They were zero gravity. They were floating. Katy Perry showed you a flower.
Do you know what I love? And I think it's the same. It's the same thing for many things that we see on Facebook. People will post like a headline, okay, like a news site or something like that. And someone's going to just like fly in there and be like, nope, not going to do it. That pic sucks. Then why did you just comment on it? Do you realize you just wasted your time on commenting something you allegedly don't care that much about? Like, why do people do that?
Not going to watch it.
Right. Okay.
But you comment. Yeah.
Right.
That's stupid. No, because that's what the internet is.
I know, but
it's where the worst people in the world hang out.
It's the dumbest thing in the world. Like, I want to be like, do you know how you look right now? You're just telling everybody that you don't care, and we don't care that you don't care.
Yeah.
So why are you making this public if you don't care?
Because social media has made us all feel like we're important, and our opinion matters.
You know what? The other day, I actually deleted one of my friends off Facebook.
I have, since the election.
Yeah.
I'm doing it actively to this day.
Yeah.
Unless you are truly someone close to me.
And I'm willing to tolerate it.
I consider you family. I consider you a friend to where it transcends any type of
political belief,
allegiance, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyone in my news feed, and I really suggest everyone do this. You won't, but you should. Anyone, and I'm telling you, when I'm telling you, I can look you in the eye and tell you whether it's left or right. I'm snoozing everyone that's just popping off about.
This wasn't a snooze.
I'm snoozing, and I'm telling my news feed is so much more fun. It's funnier. It's more interesting. It's less noisy. I'm telling you, if you just snooze them, give yourself 30 days snoozed from that annoying person on the left or right that can't shut up and can only talk about politics.
Do you know?
It will make your scrolling so much more fun.
Do you know what blows me away is, the person in particular that I deleted. Like, I don't know them well. I do know, like, their line of work. I know what they do. I know that they can have a very sweet, compassionate heart.
Yeah.
But the way that they come for people politically on social media is the polar opposite. And I'm like, I don't know what to make of this, but I just feel like someone who's not the same person all the time doesn't need to be a friend of mine. And the post that they put up was so disrespectful and so full of hate that I was like blown away that even made it on their timeline.
Yeah. Some people, they want to do it.
So I was like, okay, well, I've had enough of this. I wish you well. Unfriend.
Yeah. I've snoozed everybody.
And I don't do it a lot because I truly believe that when you join social media, you've got to know that the people you are connected with, it's their right to put whatever they would like on their wall. And that is totally fine. That is what makes this country great, that we have the freedom to do that. Mm-hmm. However, I also have the freedom to not see it if I don't want to.
Yeah, because it's your page.
Right.
That's what I've been doing with the snoozing.
Right.
And I'm telling you, so many more funny memes I'm seeing. So many more funny videos I'm seeing.
It's amazing how your algorithm changes.
And I'm seeing people that I haven't seen their updates in years on my news feed. All of a sudden, I'm like, I forgot I was friends with that person.
That's because it was crowded out by all the BS.
I'm literally, if you are popping off on the left or the right, and that's all you're posting, and I'm seeing it like more often, I'm snoozing you. And it has made my scrolling on my social media anyway so much more fun, more positive, and just less noisy. Just less noisy. I'm telling you, hit that snooze button, folks. It'll give you a break, and then you'll really be like, oh, this is so much better. Look at this. There's so much more stuff about the Chicago Bears coming through, so much more Bon Jovi stuff, Shinedown. It's amazing. One Tree Hill.
Look at that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you clear the way, when you get all the the dirt out.
Look, the things I like that aren't political at all.
And that's really what
I can see them.
That was really what it was supposed to be about in the first place. There's a lot of retargeting and a lot of ads.
Take this time yet again to apologize to MySpace. We did you dirty. You loved us. You took care of us. You let me have a damn playlist.
What I wouldn't give to have my
And
snow globe back.
You want to talk about ghosting someone.
We really did. Hard.
The way we turned our back on MySpace, and it was everything we wanted.
It really was.
It treated us so well.
That's like the whole adage then. You don't know what you've got until
Yeah.
it's gone.
And we all, myself included, ran over to Facebook.
We're like,
Ran
oh,
over.
look.
We left the good guy for the hot guy, the bad boy from the wrong side of the tracks. And
That's
look
a great
what it got
way
us.
to put it. Yeah.
Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
Deleting people on social media.
It's Bruno Mars, APT. It's Q92. Sad.
Okay, so have you guys been to the store recently?
Yes.
And no. Like literally, this is brand new. So my favorite store is Target, right? We go to Target often. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or try and lie. Anyhow, why do we have to have sales reps in stores where you're just trying to get your shopping done?
Oh, Sam's Club does that.
Sam's Club does it. I will say Costco's really good about it. There's reps there, but they don't approach you. You have to come to them.
Those Sam's Club people damn near tackle you.
Oh my gosh, it's awful. Well, Target has now allowed reps to be in the back of their store by their cell phones peddling cell phone service plans. And to Target, I say, you suck. I'm sorry. This was the interaction that I had over the course of, I was there a week ago today, and I was there, and I have not gone back yet. And part of it was because of this exchange. I was there a week ago today, and then I was also there the previous Sunday. So Sunday to Sunday to anyhow, it was a few days. It was less than a week. We were approached. She asked what we were paying for our cell phone plan, and I told her, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's so high. Well, it's not. Let me just tell you that. For 5 lines and internet being under $250, it's not. Tries to reorganize after we told her that we're in a contract, completely ignored us. Is like steamrolling us to come with her, and finally my husband speaks up, and he's like, we said we're not interested. So we walk away, and I'm there the following Friday with my daughter because Sabrina Carpenter dropped a new album. What? Anyhow.
Oh, you got the vinyl?
Yeah. The same woman approaches us, and I said, we already spoke last Sunday. I was here last Sunday. I said, oh, yeah, you were. For sure. I remember. And she's like, well, let's talk about it. And I said, no, I'm going to tell you what I told you then. We're just trying to shop. We're not interested.
Yeah.
She walked away and was like mumbling something under her breath. Listen, I am not the rude one. I am trying to save you time. You're going nowhere fast with me. But moreover, why are these stores allowing sales reps to interrupt the shopping experience in their store? Because it's putting a bad taste in my mouth. I'll tell you what, I'll go to all online shopping. I don't want to be bothered. And I'm not an introvert.
did not know o'clock stood for something. Did you know that?
I did.
Not me?
Hold on. I just heard this recently, and I was like, really?
It was a TikTok where people found out. Then people fact-checked to see if it was BS. Turns out, according to the Britannica Dictionary, the TikToker was right.
Interesting.
It's guessable. If you're trying to figure out in your head, it's guessable.
Yeah, I saw something. I was like, I never knew it stood for anything, but I don't know if I actually looked to see what it stood for. I don't think I cared that much.
No idea. I just thought it was just what we always said.
What is it?
Of the clock.
Oh, that makes sense.
It is the short version of the clock. So instead of saying, you say 2 o'clock, I guess they used to say, it is 2 of the clock.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
It does. I just never knew there was an actual, like, the O stood for anything. Take that with you today.
I didn't. Well, and this isn't like I had one of those moments too where I found something out like a few months ago. And ever since then, I've been preaching the world, trying to share the message. Did you know that the numbers on your toaster are actually minutes? It's not actual like grades of doneness.
I learned that, but I grew up not knowing that. Thinking
I was like, what?
It was I thought it was how dark your toast is going to be.
Yeah,
and how burnt
like,
your toast is
I
going
want it to be like a 2. No, that just means that's how dark it's going to be after 2 minutes.
I still want to know if we're going to go down this rabbit hole, is the rumor true that the bottom drawer of the oven is to keep food warm?
I mean, I've heard that before.
Because that's just where we put our cookie sheets.
Same.
Yeah.
My cookie sheets are down there.
But is that
and
really
cooling racks.
What that is for? Is what
I mean, it makes sense. It gets warm down there.
I mean, it would be right under the oven, right? It would have to be warm down there. I just wondered if that's truly.
And has anybody actually ever done that? Like,
no. You put your muffin pans, your cookie sheets, and like you said, your cooling racks down there. Crazy. Jake, do you know any of that?
Not the o'clock part. I knew about the oven part.
You think it's true?
I think that's what's intended to be used for, but I just don't think that's what we use it for.
Did you know about your toaster?
I don't think so, but it makes sense too.
Yeah.
It does.
I never really thought about that one.
Never thought it had anything to do with time. Never. I thought it was just like, how charred do you want your toast? Level 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? Parent of the year, me. I'm downstairs with him. I got the door shut so we can't go upstairs because everyone else is doing something and I'm working, still getting the basement set up, doing some cleaning. And because I'm a genius, I had Windex on the floor. So I'm over. I'm putting together his play pad again because he likes to rip it apart. It's the alphabet one.
Yeah.
Dumbest purchase I ever made. He just loves to rip it apart.
Of course he does.
And I'm OCD about his room being nice, so I put it back together. Constantly, I'm going over the alphabet again.
Yeah.
So I'm over there, bent over, and I look over. He's got the Windex bottle pointed in his mouth with his mouth open, about to squeeze it. And I yell no so loud that I get a text 2 seconds later. What's happening?
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, our son just almost ingested
some Windex.
So I got over and take it off, and he was so pissed that I dared take the Windex off him.
Of course he was.
He wasn't scared that I yelled at him. He was looking at me like, you son of a... You
This
ruined
is
my-"
the stage where they've gotten a taste of freedom now because they can walk. Like, everything will be rebellion. They don't want to be held. They don't want to be told what to do. They want to feed themselves. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, this was probably my least favorite stage that you're entering.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to, like... you can't turn your back.
Have you done the whole, like, you're
cannot
holding him
turn
and he
your back.
wants down so bad, like, all of a sudden he just folds? And, like, you're about to drop him. You're like, what are you doing?
He does the thing now where, like he wants... I hold him, he wants down. I put him down, he gets mad.
Yeah. They don't know what they want. They're so confused.
But, yeah, that was my first, like, almost... 8:26 right here on Today's in Music. It is Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. It's 8:26 already. Hope you guys are having a great start to your Thursday morning.
Yeah, I was going to
Jake,
say.
what is that? 7-Up Tropicals, that thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's been drinking it all week.
It's not the best.
Really?
It was better. I thought it was gonna be better than it is. It's not bad, but
Okay.
I love a good tropical punch.
I know.
You're telling me that is not quite as good as you imagined?
yeah, I thought it was gonna be really yummy, and it's okay.
Just looked at that can now. I didn't even know they made that.
Neither did I until I just ran across it at the store.
You probably won't get it again.
Nah, probably not. Not at least a 12-pack.
Fair enough. Fair enough. 8:27 coming up here. A look at sports. We'll be joined by Jordan Miller from Jordan Miller News after that as well. And the cue to call for 4-day passes to Sonic Temple at Crew Stadium, May 8th through 11th. We're going to hit it again. So be listening for that. You want to keep listening at Q92radio.com. Keep watching on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Also, we're getting a finalist on social media on the live video feeds of the show today. So if you want to give yourself an additional shot at becoming a finalist, head on over right now. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Q92 Radio on Facebook and YouTube, at Q92 on X. Go to either one of those. Click the like button in the comments section. Simply put Q92 Rocks. If you do that with the like, you'll be eligible, and Lauren's going to randomly select one of you at the end of the show and make you a finalist right before we get off the air. So that's coming up. What are you waiting for? Do that right now. Sports and Jordan Miller coming up next. It's Flo Rida, My House on Q92. Okay. I get that. Has this brought any rage out of you yet, Jake? Or are you still rageless?
Oh, not yet.
Nothing. Nothing
It
bothers
takes quite
this
a
guy.
bit to get him ruffled.
Yeah, I think something would have pissed him off in the last couple weeks.
I know.
God almighty.
It's not.
All right, Jake. Must be nice to live in your little world of Zen, huh?
I used to meditate all the time, actually.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Stop.
When I was in high school, when I was going through some breakups, I got a guided meditation app. I would do it every morning before my shower.
Like on a yoga mat or like just in
No,
bed?
just on the bathroom floor.
Wait. So, when in high school, at Jackson High School, I hate when you make me stop the music. And you went through.
I love it.
Someone broke up with you,
Yeah.
and your thought was, "How do I get through this?" And you got a meditation app,
Yep.
and on your bathroom floor, would meditate every morning.
Every
before
morning
school.
for like a solid couple months. Yeah.
What would
It like taught me things like how to set boundaries, how to like.
I'm glad it worked for you. It was the mental picture of seeing Jake sitting on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, I see, like in your bathroom and downward dog, and just
No,
like
I wasn't doing yoga. I was meditating. I had earplugs in. I got earplugs or headphones.
Did you have a salt lamp or anything?
No.
They say that like helps.
What would you do? Would you like sit Indian style and
Yeah.
just close your eyes?
Yep.
Why your bathroom? What's wrong with your bedroom?
I could have done it in my bedroom. I don't know. I just always did it before my shower. So I got my clothes, put them in the shower, meditated, and took a shower. It was
With
like
the
a routine I
shower
did.
on while you were meditating
I don't think so.
to create a steamy
Did you
warm
say-
environment?
wait,
Because it was only a
wait.
5-minute meditation.
I'm trying to like paint a picture. I'm sorry.
Wait, did you say you got out of your clothes then meditated?
No.
Oh, I was like, you were
I got my
nude
clothes-
meditating.
I'm hoping that's
I did.
what
I think
you
I
said.
did. I think I did say that, but I didn't mean that. Like I got my clothes ready. Like
And put him in the
so clo-
bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
I was still clothed while I was meditating.
So you would sit Indian style on your cold bathroom floor as opposed to your bedroom.
Yeah, did you put a towel down or
There was a
mat?
rug. There's
okay.
like there's bathroom rugs.
Okay.
And you would what? Like, would there be like music playing?
Yeah, it has soft, music. It was a guided meditation, so like he would tell you to.
I've
like,
done it with the Calm app, like the breathe in,
Yeah,
hold it, now breathe out through the nose.
yeah. He would
You
just
know what I
talk to you
mean?
about like, certain things, and it was always like every day was a new lesson or whatever.
And usually, like, there's some ocean waves crashing in the background, like some very calming sort of musical or audio stimulation.
Wow, that is.
I tried to use the Calm app. I tried to meditate when I was having my surgery done because they kept me awake for it.
That is.
I wigged out. There was no amount of meditation that could have calmed me down.
And did it help you?
Yeah, it did. It got me through some stuff, and it calmed me down, and I learned some things.
Oh,
Was it like this?
we needed some Enya to back
Sure.
this up. Do you know what this is?
I do not.
It's called
yeah,
Sail Away.
yeah, I've heard it.
It's actually called Orinoco Flow
Whatever.
by Enya with an E.
Miles wants to know what app you use.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it was blue.
Oh, okay, I remember
It
that.
might have been the Calm app, but I don't know if it was.
I love the Calm app. I listen to that every night when I go to bed. Thunderstorms or crickets. Yep.
So the guy would just talk to you?
Yeah.
Like, you're a good person.
Sometimes,
No,
yeah. And
it's
it would make you
okay
repeat
to
things.
say
Yeah.
no. Yeah, like
Don't beat yourself up.
it's positive affirmations and like reinforcement to try and like mentally help you understand what you're going through is normal and
You're a winner.
you can handle it.
All right.
I'm proud of you for taking such
Thanks.
mature steps in high school. Seriously.
Just
Yeah.
threw me off. Just threw me off for a second. I'm fine. I support it. I just was like, oh.
Did somebody recommend that or you just did that on yourself?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't. I remember watching like it was comedy videos and I don't know. It was a YouTube channel of like Charisma on Command. I think it was called. Or, like
Charisma on command.
yeah, and it was like they
That's
taught you how to like.
fantastic.
I don't know. I don't know how I found it. I really don't remember.
I love that though. Taking his own coping skills into his own hands, and I think that's good. Being
Comes right up in
proactive.
YouTube. Charisma on command comes right up. The best. Oh, is it a podcast?
I don't know. It was years ago. I watched
Maybe
it.
it
could
wasn't
be
at
now.
that point. Yeah, now it is.
I'm getting a lot of comedy videos when I put that in. I thought it came up, but I'm getting a lot of comedy videos. Find your passion in less than 3 minutes. Oh, how to be funny. How to make them laugh. All right.
Maybe I need to watch this.
How to be the most confident version of yourself.
How to never be boring in a conversation. I get accused of that all the time. Boring storyline.
Hey guys, I found buttons yesterday.
Hey.
Lots of people fall asleep during a meditation. It means they need it. If you don't think you can do it, you really need it. Why don't you still meditate, Jake? Someone wants to know.
I don't know. I just kind of got out of it. I would like to. I want to get back into it. Sure,
True.
that is true.
That is true. All right, there you go. Things you don't know. We've learned a lot in today's show.
We really have.
By the way, can someone look outside? Alien check. More 92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio. Maybe you're listening live at our website, Q92radio.com, where you can stream the station 24/7, or maybe you're watching along on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, or X page. Anyway, you're checking us out. Thank you so much for being part of the Q92 Morning Show here. 330-450-9292, the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. You're going to need that phone number here in about 10 or so minutes, because coming up, we are going to be hitting that cue to call to make you a finalist for those 4-day passes to Sonic Temple, May 8th through 11th. Again, Metallica headlining 2 of the 4 nights. The other 2 nights, Korn and Linkin Park are your headliners, but so many more amazing bands are going to be there, and you could be there as well. We give this away a week from today, as a matter of fact. So listen for that cue to call to become a finalist. Give yourself another chance. Head on over right now to the live video feed. Click the like button. Put Q92 Rocks in the comments section. Lauren's going to randomly make one of you a finalist coming up here at the end of the show. And while you're over there right now, heading to the live video feed on Facebook, YouTube, or X, you'll see Jordan Miller, who joins us every week around this time to talk about what's going on. And Jordan, this is no excuse. Good morning to you. How are you on this Thursday morning?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Hanging in there. It's finally going to be like sunny and at least the 60s. I'm told it's 34 now. So,
well, you would think it's Antarctica in the studio right now. I mean, you guys are all bundled up.
Listen,
it was cold. Listen, I took the dog out this morning. It was 28.
You got a parka on, Lauren?
No, I don't. It's just a vest.
Oh, okay.
With Under Armour,
And this studio can be very, very cold.
It
this
can be very chilly.
Can be absolutely
well,
frigid.
it's such a small space, so when people leave the air conditioning on, they don't realize how cold it gets, how quick.
You walk in, I'm like, are we freezing meats? Like, what are we doing?
I know.
Like,
where's the smoke jam?
It is crazy.
A little bit of Q92 riff from the people in there before.
One of the biggest things fought over by employees in this building is the temperature.
100. If you're picking one fight that could literally divide this station, it's going to be the thermostat setting.
And a hill that multiple employees are willing to die on is absolutely the temperature of the lobby and the temperature of this studio. I'm telling you, people will grab weapons.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's not politics or religion. Nope. It's the temperature of the room.
100%
that can divide and conquer.
It's our comfort level.
This Q92 area. So it is always hilarious to me. And the people that will just like walk right up and be like, and change it.
Yeah.
In front of other people, like, oh, all right, we're going to do this again. So, I mean, Jordan, there's a lot going on in the world today. There's a lot going on nationally, globally. But if you live around here, this story at West Branch, and to your credit, you have been on it since literally the very beginning. And before we get into it, you mentioned it last week. You touched on the last thing you remember was kind of the East Canton incident with Coach Spider Miller a couple years ago. But I feel like, have you ever seen a couple of weeks like what we've all witnessed in Beloit, Ohio these last 2 weeks? Because I got to tell you, I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, it was an extreme roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
From the moment that the news broke that Coach DeShields wasn't coming back because the school district was going in a different direction, all the way to them telling him a week later, we are going to recommend you are going to be the coach next year, to a day or two later saying concerning behavior, we're not bringing you back. Still, the school board has not themselves said what they haven't said anything as to what the concerning behavior is. Yesterday they voted 3-0 to bring back Coach Walt DeShields. There was one allegation that was brought up during the school board meeting that has social media buzzing. It doesn't concern Coach DeShields. It does concern someone else, but it was a weight room related incident. Yesterday was just sloppy. That board meeting, I've never been to a public board meeting like that. And I remember covering Canton South when all that stuff was going on. Yesterday, I had to fix my face in the front
when you texted, I had to fix my face. I was like, oh.
Well, I mean, and again, Jordan Miller News on Facebook, he covered it live. It's still on your page. You can go, everyone can go and watch it. And I mean, to their credit, they open it up to the media. They let people there. So I'll give them that.
The public,
but it was just, it seems like it's out of control. Like, and I've just, really divided the town.
Yeah. Well, publicly, there wasn't really that much division before yesterday's meeting.
True. That's true.
Now that people feel as though, there's a little bit of a backstory, which again, this is how the school board failed. I mean, they completely mishandled this situation. If you don't want rumors to escalate, then nip them in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Say something publicly before it escalates to where it is. We shouldn't have the school board president's husband getting up there and making statements. And again, the assault, that's one thing. And yes, that needs to be addressed. So I want to clear the room there. An issue I had is some personal attacks that were taken that completely crossed the line.
I agree.
And
They were very
I'm not going to. Yes, and I'm not going to speak on them. On air here, but if you watch the video or you have any sense of this West Branch situation, I'm sure you've heard by now. But again, the alleged assault, that's something that will be, and I think needs to be looked into a little bit further when it comes to this whole situation. Because again, it didn't concern Coach DeShields, but he was close to the situation in another manner. So I was stunned by yesterday's meeting. I wasn't shocked that they brought him back. I think I told you guys from the beginning, I was very confident that Coach DeShields was going to be the coach next year. But man, I don't know. I'm still trying to reel in what happened during this meeting yesterday.
Well, as a school board and as a community, how do they move past this? Because this is one of the most contentious things that I've personally watched kind of unfold.
Especially on social media.
Exactly. Yeah. In a community. And you have all of these adults that either are on the board or work for the school or, they're there in some capacity. How does this not cloud the day to day? Like, how do we move past this so that they can get back to doing what they're there to do? And that's to work with these kids.
You have to have very open discussions. They do, in my opinion. Coach DeShields and the Canaghi family, right? I mean, is what it is. I wouldn't say anything had they not taken their public stances the way they did yesterday. I haven't talked about the school board president or her family at all. But there's going to have to be some kind of discussion that happens between them.
Yeah, I would say for sure.
And Coach DeShields wants to move on from this. He said that in a public statement. And one of the parents, Dave Canaghi, who spoke at the school board meeting yesterday, he ended his statement by saying he hopes that there's more oversight of the coaching staff next year. I think those, given everything that has taken place in the last 2 weeks, I think those are both very valid expectations. Wanting to move forward by Coach DeShields and a parent wanting more oversight. Those conversations have got to happen internally. Things shouldn't be dragged out in front of the media the way that they were personally. And for the last 2 weeks, social media has been it's been a stomping ground. West Branch ain't that big of a school district. We all know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right between going to Salem or Sebring when you go out to West Branch.
It's true. It's just a trip down 62.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's not like you're going to go from one big school to another. I mean, your options are small. So hopefully there's whatever action needs to be taken is taken, and they're able to move on from this. These are going to be conversations that are going to be happening, though, for the next several years within the West Branch School District. My wife texts me during this meeting. She was at Costco and she's like, "Hey, I'm here. You need me to get X, Y, and Z." I said, "Hold on." I said, "I got to pick my jaw up off the ground
Yeah.
Respond to any text messages.
When I saw that video last night, I was just floored. I mean, I guess, I would expect that because the gentleman that spoke last night that really kind of blew me away in what he said and how he unpacked things publicly, his wife holds a pretty prestigious position. I mean, I don't know how this was. They didn't shut it down initially. Then they let him continue to speak, and then they told him to sit down.
And I will say this though, as a dad, I mean, we're all parents here,
Right?
As a parent, you're going to speak up for your spouse and your child, and that is what Mr. Kanagi was doing in the beginning. And he said what he said. Whether people agree with what he said or not. And he ended by saying, rumors hurt, don't they? Now, again, professionally, should you have taken that out in a public board meeting? Probably not. But he was sick and tired of seeing people talk about his family, his teenage daughter, his wife on social media for the last 2 weeks. So there were a lot of emotions that were built up and led to it. And man,
I 100% agree with you. You're going to defend your family till the end.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
However, two wrongs don't make a right.
Correct.
And I don't think that was the forum to say what was said.
Yes.
I just was very disappointed, to see that at a school board meeting. I'm sure you were. That's where your jaw hit the floor. You're like, hold on a second.
Why are we going here?
Right.
Yeah.
And what I'm the most disappointed in is the school board in the last 2 weeks, just letting it get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because they weren't providing any reasons publicly. Had they come out and they said, there's an incident, that we are investigating or that we did investigate, and that is our reason, for holding off on bringing back Coach DeShields. I think that right there would have had a lot of people like, okay, maybe we've got to slow down on our reactions until we know more. But the school district was not offering any more. And I mean, they took his job away, gave it back, took it away to give it back again in the course of 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, if you're zooming out, that's exactly what happened. It was a roller coaster. It really was. It really was. And covering that, Jordan, as a journalist, when you're covering something like that, but all the social media stuff is there, how do you kind of navigate through the weeds to keep it, as a journalist and to keep it objective and you know what I mean? Because it's not easy when you're trying to get your information and everyone's so emotional and you're reading all the stuff on social media. You know what I mean? It can be. How hard is it for you to sometimes just keep it and be like, all right, I got to block out the noise and get the facts. You know what I mean?
And that's where I'm able to separate, and I reach out to the school board like I had the last couple of weeks, right? Yeah. Athletic director, superintendent, school board president, the treasurer. I'm requesting the official information. I've never been the kind of reporter that takes information directly from Facebook because, believe it or not everything that's posted there is true. I don't know if you guys knew that. So I of course I read all these rumors. I knew what rumors were going on, but I never, in any of my reporting, alluded to any of that because professionally, it just wouldn't have been a good look, and I did not want to go down that rabbit hole.
And I couldn't agree with you more. We got a text message that says, on that note, Lauren, being nice doesn't make changes. You have to be willing to sacrifice for things to change. And you know what? I do see that. I don't know, though, that the key word here is being nice. I agree. Sometimes you have to, the gloves are off in order to create change. I just felt like that one statement was just so deeply personal, and I don't know what was being said about, but I'm saying, being professional, being above the board, like you said, you were on your reporting, you wanted to be just very factual and eliminate the rumors. And I felt like maybe that's the approach that he should have taken as well. That's all. Just as someone who watched the video, that's all I'm saying.
And there's a thing. It's called distorted thinking, right? In our minds, we don't think that the Mr. Kanagi should have said what he did, right?
Right.
In our minds.
Right.
So, First Amendment, he defends his wife,
Of course.
brings up an allegation, whatever. But in our minds, it's like, well, we wouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But then the way we think isn't the way that someone else thinks. And I do respect that. Everyone has an opinion for a reason. I publicly don't take sides on anything because I try to objectively understand the reasoning for everyone in these situations, and that being players, parents, coaches, the school board, superintendent. But the thing is, I will never understand why they handled it the way they did, and I don't know that any of us ever will.
Yeah. We're talking about high schoolers and all of that, and they're watching this unfold for their school. And I guess that's why I'm kind of like blown away, because these kids in the district are seeing all of this. We've got to get the adults on the same page.
Yeah.
It's a fluid story. Obviously, Jordan Miller News will have all of it. Keep checking on his social media, his website, so you guys can follow along.
Thank you for
great
your
job
coverage.
reporting it. Great job covering it,
Yeah.
as always. And hopefully Beloit, Ohio can calm down a little bit and have, like you said, have those tough conversations they have to have behind closed doors and get back to some sense of normalcy.
Yeah, I know that I just published a story 20 minutes ago, just like a recap yesterday's school board meeting. It's over on my Facebook page, my website, for anyone that wants to check it out. But I have no intentions on following up on this story unless something else
major happens.
There you go.
Yeah.
So go read it right now.
I'm not one. I'm not going to add fuel to the fire. I'm not going to keep doing it for, quote unquote views or whatever.
Yeah.
I want that to be clear there, that I'll look into, some of these allegations. If anything comes to the fold because of that, I will do a follow-up story. But my latest story that was just published 20 minutes ago, it has mention of those allegations in it.
There you go. Thank you, Jordan. As always, great talk, and we'll catch up with you next week.
All right, we'll see you then.
See you, Jordan.
All right. Hopefully, my experiences with West Branch have always been nothing but great. They've always,
my
whether
gosh,
it was
yes.
The athletes, the coaches,
100%.
the athletic directors, they have been so kind, so gracious.
And we've truly enjoyed covering their sports teams and things like that. That's why I hope this all quells down. That's why, I don't know, but I'm a prude. So I just err on the side of the kids are watching.
No, yeah, right. It was interesting. All right.
Call right now and win.
Call now to win your 4-day passes to Sonic Temple, only with Q92.
Let's get a finalist right now. 330-450-9292. If you are caller number 10, you're going to be our latest finalist for a chance to win 4-day passes to Sonic Temple in Columbus. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Let's get a finalist right now. Caller 10, good luck.
Hey, folks.
So tough to ask you questions. Do you ever lay down, does anyone ever laid down the gauntlet or had the gauntlet laid down on you of just so you know? It always starts when a girl says, just so you know. You're like, oh, here we go.
I lay that down with my husband on every date night.
but I got a first date.
Just so you know, when we get home, we're going to bed. I get up really early all week.
So just let me sleep.
I'm just kidding.
Jake, you're a girl laid down the law on a first date and set boundaries immediately before you've even so much as gone out?
No.
No?
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. It's going great. Beer goggles are a real thing, someone said on the text line. I had a girl once. She was like, just so you know, this is, we're hanging out and I'm going home. I don't do that on the first date with anybody. And I'm like, I didn't even.
But did she back down when you said that to her? Well, I just always put it out there because some guys.
She said, she said, I say that to everybody.
Okay.
I was like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even order a drink yet. What? We just got set.
I wanted to tell you why you were still sober.
I was like, Jesus. I was like, okay, this is going to be fun. I can tell.
Yeah.
It did. It threw my whole vibe off.
Why? Because you knew you weren't going to get any.
No, I just thought that was a crappy thing to just throw down. I gave off no vibe that I was trying to
Is that the adult version
I don't
of
think I was nice to meet you. Look at your boobs. I wasn't like.
Is that the adult version of when you take your kids to the store and you're you're getting nothing on this trip, just
basically,
so you know.
Yeah, my mom would do that. Actually, my mom would lie to me. She would say yes. And she'd go, next time.
Don't even ask.
Next time I will. We have to go next time. But yeah, I remember a girl doing that, and it threw me off. We did not go out again, and I want to say it was my decision. Because I was like, I don't.
Interesting.
That pissed me off. I was like, A, I did nothing to give you that vibe. B, why would you be ignorant and just say it so crappily like that?
Yeah, but you realize, like, I understand that like rubbed you the wrong way, and that's why. But telling the story, it sounds like you never went out with her again because she was like, I'm not putting out.
No, because I thought that was a bitchy thing to do. And I thought there was no reason for it. I didn't, like, what did I in any way do other than pick you up and take you to this restaurant that made you, I expect to get
maybe
laid
it was
tonight.
the cologne or something. She thought maybe that was
maybe the curve was working a little too hard that day.
That was your Sex Panther.
Oh. I do remember that. I was like, man, screw you. Who the hell want?
No, you won't.
I was like, I was thinking to myself, you know what? You're right. I am going to take you home after this. That's a very good observation. I hope somebody get a second date for people that don't call or ghost that person they got on a date, and then they call the other person and find the reason they're not calling them back. Listen, I've said this before. I have no problem with ghosting. It does not bother me. If I was ghosted, it doesn't bother. It can be disappointing if I like somebody, but I do not get offended by ghosting. Hey, Tracy, where are you calling from?
Dover, Ohio.
All right, Tracy, you're caller number 10. You're now a finalist.
Thank you. Awesome.
You're so welcome, Tracy. You could be headed to Historic Crew Stadium in Columbus for 4 days to take in Sonic Temple. How's that sound?
Decent.
Decent? Yeah, pretty decent, I would say. Tracy, I just need you to do one thing. Tell everybody your favorite station making you a finalist.
Q92.
Ask you guys cringe things you've done. Trying to impress someone. I don't care if you go from now all the way back to when you were a kid. Said we do ours. I can tell you right now. One thing I remember doing this was middle school, me.
Yeah.
In my kitchen. I believe I played over the phone from my tape player. Bon Jovi, I'll Be There For You for a girl on the phone.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
No! Just thinking about it makes me want to run away.
get it.
Just thinking about it.
You know what? That was
Makes
sweet,
me-
Christian. Though, how old were you?
It had to be junior high.
Okay, so yeah, you were really young. You were a baby.
No excuse. No excuse. And that, you don't know how old I am. I held my house phone up to my tape player.
Well, what other option did you have
In case
then?
you want to know how old I am. It was called a house phone, everyone. You had this
A
phone that was
landline.
a landline. Google that if you want to know how the settlers lived in America. That was probably one of mine that came to mind immediately.
Okay.
I played I'll Be There For You by Bon Jovi on the telephone to a girl I like.
It's not like.
What do you think yours is?
So back in high school, the football players would pick somebody every week to wear their jersey.
Ooh.
But like if you wore their jersey, you made them a box. Did you guys have that?
No. We had the cheerleaders made the senior boys like
We did
decorate
that
their
too.
lockers and get
Yeah.
candy. Oh,
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the box situation. So the box would be like all their favorite stuff. So it'd be like candy and cookies and brownies.
okay.
And there was a guy that I really, really liked. So I made him boxes. We never dated, but I wanted to.
Multiple boxes?
I think I did it twice. And then I was like, this is crap.
What'd you put in it?
I baked brownies. I got his favorite candy.
Oh man, all that effort?
Yeah.
And you
For
thought
really nothing.
You thought the box was going to be the way. Like,
Yeah, I thought
he's
maybe it
gonna
could be
see
the tipping
this,
point. I was hoping.
and he's going to be like, I got to be with this Lauren girl. Look at all these brownies and candies.
Yeah. We were just friends.
Did he even say thank you?
Yeah.
But
He said thank you, but it was like,
anything.
right. It was like, thank you. And then someone else would walk around with his jersey on. Not me.
Oh man. All right, Jake, what do you got?
I don't think mine counts anymore, but I remember in middle school I DM'd this girl that I liked because we were friends for like a year and then she stopped talking to me completely.
Mhm.
And so I just sent her like a red picture of just like a red screen and I like poured my heart out to her over a DM and I never got a response.
Wait. What do you mean you put a red screen?
Look, you have
Like a red background.
Yeah. Like I think at the time on Instagram you had to put like a picture with it.
Yes.
You couldn't just like send a DM.
Oh, and you like?
And I know I didn't know what the picture should be, so I just put like a red screen or something
Yeah.
like. And then
For love.
Can you find that message?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't read
I think
it
you
since.
might be able to get up your messages in Instagram.
I'll let you look through it, but I don't. I don't.
And you
I remember pouring my heart out to her and like confessing like that I really liked her, but
Did she even write back?
nope.
You got
God damn it.
ghosted.
Oh, come on. No! You know what though? I commend you for going for it.
Thank you.
I commend you for going.
I mean,
for
look at all of us. It all worked out for us.
it. Yeah, obviously we're all doing fine now.
Right.
But
The time it stung.
God. Hey, listen, man.
All I've got to say is the guy that I made the box for, like, I think he's been divorced a couple times. Like,
Like, screw you, man. Screw you.
you had a chance.
God. Good Lord. Text message. I see some text messages. We'll get to them here in a second. I want to know as you look back in your memory right now, what's the most cringe thing to you that you remember doing to impress or try to get someone you like to like you, or maybe even just someone you were dating, you wanted to like impress them? What's the most cringe thing, in your opinion, you've ever done? Hey, I saw a Chicago microbiologist tested the 5-second rule to find out if there
About
really
germs?
is a 5-second rule.
Okay.
Yes. Here's what you found out. It doesn't matter how long or how short your food has
Duh.
bacteria.
I'm so glad he conducted a study.
Yes. Yeah, every single dish, including the one that touched the floor for 0 seconds, how is that possible, showed microbial growth. Debunking the idea that food is safe if picked up quickly. He also found similar levels of bacteria at 5 seconds and 1 minute, concluding that whether it's 5 seconds or 60, your food now has bacteria on it. Every single dish. There was nothing.
Well, they tell you there's germs literally on everything. But here's the thing.
There's
They say
germs on it when it comes to you, though.
They say microbial growth, but not all microbes are bad for you. Did you know that if you overuse or abuse hand sanitizer, you can actually kill good bacteria that needs to be on your skin
Yes, you can.
for
Yes,
a
you
good
can.
flora?
You absolutely can. You got to build your immune system.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I call just BS on this whole thing because he's not telling us whether it's good or bad bacteria that he's finding on him. Of course, you're going to find microbes. Are you kidding? That's just science. You
Less
have them
than a
on your
second.
skin. You think the minute you step out of your shower.
Well, and we've talked about this in the show a million times too. There's poop on everything.
Okay, I don't know about everything.
On that microphone you're talking in?
There's not poop on my microphone.
Particles?
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
No.
Doorknobs? Yes.
Why? Why?
Because we
would there-
fart in here.
I do. I do.
Hold on a second. Just because you break wind in the studio, that means there's
There's
fecal
got to be.
particles
There's
on my
got.
mic.
There's got to be.
There are so many studies on this.
You have pants on, Jake.
It doesn't matter.
It's a gas.
Yeah.
It escapes.
Exactly. So where are the particles that are getting on my mic coming through your shorts?
They're floating in the air. They're particles. We're not. It's not. I'm not talking about like turds.
Erica's through pants.
Air. I'm talking about physical particles where there would be fecal matter
people
on
that go
my
to the
mic.
bathroom here, anywhere, not just here, anywhere. You touch a door handle. You touch the table. You touch this keyboard. Particles. This mouse. Particles.
I don't think it's quite.
Your mic that you're talking in right now. Particles.
I believe it.
Yeah. Particles. I mean, I get it. It's not fun to think about. My iPhone. Particles.
Well, then that's a work hazard. We need to talk to Donnie.
Particles.
It's not true, though. That's not.
It
no,
is.
No.
It is true. Here's another one. I love our Google
Our
searcher.
clip today better be of you going, well, I farted here.
On everything. Let's see here. In fact, every door handle, TV remote, keyboard, lift button, bus handrail, and car seat has detectable amounts of either your poo or someone else's.
It doesn't say Mike.
Yeah, but why would it be any different?
It's not.
It's not.
She just doesn't
because we do pass gas in this room occasionally, and it would just happen to be that way.
Popular Science. Here's an article from 2018. Grant you, not yesterday. You cannot escape poop bacteria is the title. And this is from Popular Science.
Oh, I
that's
like
science
Popular
that's
Science.
popular.
No. That's actually a really good magazine. I used to buy media in that magazine.
So there you go. I don't know what to tell you. It's gross to think about, but it's true. It's very true. Just something to think about as you guys go about your days.
Oh, hold on.
I think you guys need to come in and have someone take samples of the particles. LOL.
Hold on a second. I just am able to debunk what you guys said about the whole tooting in the studio. It says no. Generally, there are no fecal particles in farts. Farts or flatulence are primarily composed of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and methane. While some gases have an odor, they're not fecal particles.
Not the way I do it.
It depends. There's other factors.
What are you guys crapping your pants in here with me?
Does Lauren think particles are bigger than air? That's part of how they travel.
I got that. I literally just proved you guys wrong, though. That it's
About the
scientific
farting?
that when you... Yes. Because you're saying that's how it gets on my mic.
I didn't say that. He said that. I didn't say that.
That was a guess. I don't know how if it's
Oh,
if that's
now
not,
it's a guess.
if that's not the answer. Well, they're on there. I just if farty's not the answer, I don't know what is, but they're still on there.
When you flush the toilet, it says on the text line, when you flush the toilet, you should close the lid.
Yes.
They did a blacklight study, and the particles shoot straight up.
Yeah, they do. I do know that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Particles.
that's like, it's right there. You're at the source.
Did Lauren not take science class? LOL. Particles are very, very small.
I get that.
I know she thinks there's like brown little turds on everything.
Okay, so you listeners listening right now, you really think walking around all day long, you just got poo particles swirling around in the universe all around your head. Everything you touch, everything you come in contact with.
Yes.
All I'm saying is I don't think.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I can't get on board.
Well, you don't trust your doctor, so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, that's true too. But it was one
I'm sorry.
diagnosis, and I told you that I started to believe him after things started changing.
You wouldn't even take the medicine he prescribed.
I did. I've got 1 day left.
2
Tomorrow's
days
my last
later,
day.
because you didn't believe he was telling you the truth.
1 day later.
Oh, good Lord. Girl believes Google over her doctor. It's not good. That's not a good theory. And you're getting better now.
I am.
See? Isn't it great?
Yeah, and I got 1 day left on the medicine. So yeah, it was so mind blowing that that's what he said it was.
People don't wash their hands, text line. So yes, there's poop everywhere.
Well, that's not necessarily not all people, but yeah, I get your point.
It's everywhere. Wave your hand around right now in the air. Wave it around.
Oh my gosh.
You just touched poop. Sleep Illusion right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Oh, that music means we're the 9 o'clock hour, doesn't it? Good morning, everybody.
Do you know what else would help people know that it's the 9 o'clock hour?
The clock. Oh, go ahead.
I told you I wanted my, the plane flying in.
You
have now arrived in the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we discussed that.
Yeah.
And it's already been done.
I know, and you're like, I can't do it again because I did it with somebody else.
No, I
that.
didn't. Someone else here that's still here did it.
Oh, really?
Yes, you're the one that told me that.
No.
Yes, when we were talking about it, you said, you came in, you're like, oh, guess what? I guess it was art. You told me. Someone told you.
I don't know if I...
I
don't remember.
That's why I didn't go any farther.
The moments that we feel old, just because I don't recall this, they very well could have happened. I just don't recall it.
We would have been poaching from someone here.
Gotcha.
And that's, I am weird about bringing back things from old days. I admit that. Well, I just feel like, I don't know. It should I? Is it weird? Like I've said before, we can get into it because we have to stay on time. Really got to stay on time. This hour coming up very shortly. We're going to be joined in talking to our friends from ArtsinStark.
Yeah, annual campaign time.
We got that coming up for you. Oh, and there's one more finalist spot with the morning show for Sonic Temple in Columbus. All 4 days. Are you kidding me? 95% sold out all 4 days. It's insane.
Yeah, it is.
And you could be there. What do you got to do? Head over to the live video stream. You can do it right now. Click the like button in the comments section. Just put Q92 rocks. If you do those 2 things, and you got to do both, Lauren's going to randomly select one of you at the end of the show.
It's true.
That's coming up right now. It's Ed Sheeran's new one, As a Zam, right here on Q92. It's a story time with Jake now. I don't know. You got something that happened to you, today?
Yeah, last night, this morning, same difference.
Okay.
So I've done the whole, set my alarm at a different time than I was supposed to, like the 5 p.m. instead of 5 a.m. And then I was, really late to work before.
Everyone's done that.
Yeah, everyone's done that.
Standard.
I did this to a new level, I think.
Okay.
So I went to bed at 11:30 last night.
Yeah.
I set my alarm. My alarm went off. I woke up. I did my usual morning routine.
What is your usual morning routine?
Okay, walk us through this.
So I go to the bathroom and I always sit down when I pee in the morning because I usually miss in the morning. So in the morning, I always sit down.
You sit down to pee.
So I was this morning, in particular, more tired than I ever have been in the morning before. I swear I almost fell asleep on the toilet. I never really take a full body shower in the morning, and we have like a bathtub with a shower, so I always just turn on the faucet and wash my hair, like bend over the bathtub and wash my hair real quick. So
hold on. To recap, before we move on to where this is going, what we've already learned is, 1, you sit down to pee.
Yeah.
And you wash your hair like a girl
2,
over the
you
side
wash
of the
your
tub.
hair in the sink.
Yeah,
as
in the
if
morning.
A criminal on the run at a gas station.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
And so I fell asleep on the toilet. I fell asleep, bent over the shower, washing my hair because I was so tired.
I was drowned.
I would
you just stick your head in the shower and wash
I know what you
only
mean.
your
Over the
hair.
side of the tub.
Yeah.
Removable.
Yeah.
I've done it in a pinch, like if I need to do my hair really quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just so tired. I had no idea why. And so I don't think anything of it. I get up. Mark Johnson sends us the weathers.
Yeah.
So I get an email and I'm like trying to figure out, like, it doesn't really say Mark Johnson yet until you like unlock your phone. So I was like using my brain power to like unlock my phone. Like I was just staring at it to use Face ID. I was so tired. I had no idea what I was doing. And then that's when I looked at the time. It was midnight. I was asleep for 30 minutes and I woke up.
Hit music Q92 17 minutes after 9. There's a forecast coming up from Mark Johnson, and then we'll be talking to Maureen Ater from ArtsinStark. It's all coming up next here on Q92. for a couple reasons. One, because you want to enter to become our latest finalist for the 4-day pass to Sonic Temple in Columbus. You want to go over there, click the like button in the comment section. You definitely want to put Q92 Rocks. You got to do both. Lauren's going to select one of you at the end of this hour. We're going to make you a finalist. We give that amazing prize away a week from today. So head over to the live video feed on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, or X right now and do that. And while you're there, you can check out right now Maureen Ater from ArtsinStark, who's kind enough to join us here this morning on the show and talk for a few minutes. Maureen, good morning, and how are you today?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We are good. We are we're enjoying the morning, and we got sunshine. Lauren keeps telling me it's going to get warmer later. So
I know he keeps like poo-pooing the weather, and I'm like, listen, it's going to warm up like another 30 degrees today.
It's going to feel good.
Yes.
I hope so. Oh, I like your artsy background back there. That looks nice in the background.
Very, very nice.
So, Maureen, let's get into everything going on with ArtsinStark right now. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So first of all, just so everyone knows that's a listener, ArtsinStark is Stark County's Arts Council. And we are responsible for a bunch of things related to art in our community. One is we run the Cultural Center for the Arts in downtown Canton, which is home to the Cultural Center Theater, the Museum of Art, the ballet, SingStark, and you've probably been to some kind of gala or event, or maybe your prom was held here. But it's a really great center for the arts in downtown. But beyond that, we're a huge supporter of all of the arts in the community. We give operational grants to all of the major arts groups in our community. We provide program funding for a lot of really innovative, cool things happening in the arts in our community. We go out into every single school district. That includes public schools and Catholic schools. And we connect local artists with teachers to provide some really cool curriculum to kids. We also do a ton of public art. So we are kind of all things art. And we work with all of those major institutions that make our community so arts vibrant. But all of that happens because we run a huge community-wide campaign every spring. And guess what? That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you talk about ArtsinStark. We just had the kids from St. Thomas and Canton Central in. They're doing their Sound of Music performance. They were in here. So, you know, we got to meet with some of the young kids and stuff like that. And boy, you're right. ArtsinStark encompasses so much. And one thing I learned as a kid growing up like in Mahoney County and Youngstown when I moved and when I started doing radio here in Stark County is how huge and vast and important arts is in Stark County, from the landscaping in downtown, from the cityscape to everything. Everyone in Stark County loves the arts. It means so much to them. So it's amazing how well the impact it has in this community and everything you guys do to promote and help run all of it. It's awesome. So thank you for what you do, because it's a huge part of this community.
You know, it was really great because just over a year ago, Stark County was named by a national institution as one of the most arts vibrant mid-sized communities in the entire United States. So all those things that you talk about, someone else noticed and gave us this amazing distinction of being truly one of the coolest communities when it comes to arts vibrancy. So that's a lot to live up to. And it doesn't happen without the support of businesses, without media folks like you, without individuals and families that step up and say, I love the arts, I love what we're doing, and I want to support it.
Well, absolutely. And I don't think that, you know, some people don't realize how deep the support goes from ArtsinStark to our local, you know, arts organizations. Whether you go and it's a family tradition of yours to go see the Nutcracker with the Canton Ballet, or to take in a symphony a couple of times a year, you know, or taking your kids down on Thursdays or any day of the week to go. It's PNC Thursdays, so down at the
Kids Thursdays are free at the museum.
That's right. If you go down to the art museum to take in some of the local artwork that's at the amazing Museum of Art. Yeah. This is all stuff that in part is help funded by ArtsinStark. It keeps that day to day going. And so if you think, oh, well, you know, we're not super big into the arts, I think you might be more than you realize if you've ever taken in any of these things.
Yeah. All of those things are touched by it, Lauren. Thank you for pointing that out, because you're right. And I don't think that, I don't want to say people take for granted, but I don't think they realize the reach and how that funding really drives, like you said, the day-to-day operations of our arts organizations. But I'm going to tell you, arts is business. We were just meeting yesterday with the Chamber of Commerce and talking about the impact, the economic impact that the arts have. Last assessment that was done was in 2023, and the economic impact on our county, 1.2 billion. That's with a B.
Wow.
Billion. When you think about all of the arts and culture institutions and festivals and exhibits, people come to our community and they want to attend the Nutcracker. They want to go to the Historic Palace. They want to visit the Gilding of Northeast Ohio exhibit that was at Massillon Museum. All of those things contribute. But look, these are people coming to our community. They're shopping in our stores.
Yes.
They're eating in our restaurants. That is a driver for business in our community. So I always say, arts isn't just about enrichment. Arts is a tool for progress in our community. And we're a really thriving community in part because of the really great arts community that we have here.
Absolutely. All the more reason to give generously to the ArtsinStark campaign this year. And for those of you that are listening right now, if you're interested in doing that, or to read more about what the campaign is all about, the art community 2025 campaign for the arts can be found at ArtsinStark.com. It's the first thing that comes up on the website. So it's very easy to navigate, very easy to find. But, and I was looking at the fact sheet and all that kind of stuff. Christian, almost 73,000 people came through the cultural center last year.
Isn't that insane?
I mean, those are people that are really
Yeah.
feeling the impact of what ArtsinStark does. So
it's just one building.
One
Think
small,
about all the things that happen elsewhere.
Yep.
And Lauren, I just want to point out, because these are difficult times. Eggs are expensive, right?
They are.
Yes, they are.
It's so easy to give. And people can give just a little bit each month. We have a system set up on our website that, look, if you can only give like $10 a month or $20 a month, that's fine. In fact, that's super impactful. And we just make it really easy for people, no matter where you are in your life. You might not be writing a big check right now. That's okay. But my bet is that you are definitely affected in a positive way by our arts community. So a small gift every month doesn't hurt that much. And it really helps move our community forward.
Absolutely.
I think what's really cool also on your website, ArtsinStark.com, you can go there right now, is where you guys can click and check out the impact report. And it's just putting it all right there, transparent for everyone.
All of the money goes right back out. That's right. Because it is about us gathering all this funding and then putting it right back out into the community, into those programs, into those institutions, into those events that really, really make a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Love the transparency. Love that you can see it, because it makes you see it and you're like, oh, and like you said, it makes people feel a lot better to see, okay, it's going back to the community, but it also gives you a little bit of pride of everything that's gone on in the past couple years. Yeah.
There's so many neat programs happening. There's some stories on our website too about, a grant that we gave to some middle school students who are doing a storytelling project with senior citizens, and they're creating a book out of it, kind of capturing those stories of our senior residents here in Stark County. There's another story about ballet instructors that we fund to go out to assisted living facilities and teach those residents the basics of ballet. I actually took a lesson with one of them. I was exhausted from the whole thing. We also have stories like our partnership with Phoenix Rising, which is a behavioral health, mental health organization. And we're able to help fund a program that provides art therapy to some of their clients. And what a difference that makes to some of those folks. And then all of their work will be shown in an art show later this year. These are all really neat, impactful things that are touching so many generations, so many people in our community.
I love that. That's what keeps the arts moving in our community. And it's so
Absolutely.
powerful.
For those listening right now, or maybe watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X, if they're moved to donate right now, want to donate later today, how can they do so?
Yeah, just go to ArtsinStark.com. It pops up right away how you can donate. And like I mentioned, it doesn't have to be a big check or charge that you're putting through. A monthly gift, a small monthly gift really makes an impact. So I would ask people just to consider how the arts have affected you and what you want to see in this community and make a difference by giving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Maureen, Ater,
you.
President and CEO, ArtsinStark. Thank you for the time. Thank you for what you do for the arts in Stark County and all of your people that work with you. You guys do a tremendous job. You make Stark County what it is. We appreciate the time and thank you.
We thank you for all you do to shine the spotlight on the arts. You guys both do so much to support the arts by letting us tell our stories. So thank you.
Absolutely. We hope to talk to you again soon.
Thanks,
all right.
Mo.
There
Have
you
a good
go.
day.
Mo Ater. Great talk. She's a bubbly, lovely woman.
She is. She's
Great.
wonderful.
And they do a great job.
We've actually worked with her for a very long time. Going back even before she was at ArtsinStark. She's so impactful in the community. You can tell her heart is for service. And I think this is just a perfect fit for ArtsinStark. She's truly a wonderful person.
And again, I say it again, Stark County, like the arts mean a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Stark County.
Well, look at it. I mean, we've all sat on boards. Me at the Symphony for 8 years. We have people on the board for the Canton Museum of Art. We work very closely with the ballet every year. I mean, we know, we understand the impact. It's huge. It's broad, and it takes a village and a community to support. So
and they do an amazing, amazing job.
ArtsinStark.com. Go make your donation.
It's Chapel Row and Pink Pony Club on Q. Car. The texts have come in. Let's read some of them. Grossest thing you found in your car when cleaning it. Text, my socks my teenage son wore to basketball practice. Puking emoji. That would be that bad.
You'd have to it can be. That's called right in the trash.
I had a pumpkin explode in my car. After weeks of cleaning it, I finally found a small piece tucked up under my driver's seat. It took months to get the smell out. Girls loved. Oh, someone found a used rubber.
Oh.
That is very gross, whether it was yours or not. Yeah. That beats the Kit Kat. We had leftovers from BW3 chicken wings. How long were those in your car? Puking emoji.
Oh, I forgot. We did have a thing of chicken salad from Fisher's way back. It must have fallen out of the bag in the back of the car and nobody noticed it. And all of a sudden, my car just started smelling so bad. And then finally, my husband was like, could this be it? I mean, it was sealed, so it wasn't like it got all over the place.
I don't know.
It stunk.
Going back to not daughter and maybe driving to Akron. Whatever car you get, not daughter, make sure it can handle potholes. I moved to Akron 9 years ago and have had to replace my tires and shocks 3 times already. Well, and there's that Akron freeway project that will never end. An old fast food bag I threw in the back that had half a sandwich in for a couple months. I was wondering why my car stank, and an old milk jug that I drank, and I'd never let my car get dirty, but I just forgot it. Yeah, that'll do it. That would do it. I found pickle slices from a dropped Chick-fil-A sandwich months later in my car. Ugh. Blue Steel guy checking in when I was in college. I let a roommate borrow my car. A week later, I was cleaning it, found a used condom under the passenger seat.
So nasty.
Why would you throw it on the bottom of the... It's not even your car.
Well, not only that, when you get done, you're like, ugh. You just let it
That was fun. Touchdown.
What are you doing?
You spiking the football? What are you doing? Christ.
That's super nasty.
Not even your car. Grossest thing found in my car, container of fishing bait weeks after fishing.
That'd be gross.
It got pushed under the seat. We could smell something nasty. We could not figure out where it was coming from. Whew. Text message. Couldn't figure out where the smell was coming from. Turns out my husband left a container of leftover spaghetti from lunch in the trunk. Rotten ground beef is raunchy. Crying, laughing emoji. My friend, when hooking up with a guy, That guy found a condom from another hookup that was not with him. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. And all right. Well, in that case, you should be having a great day right now at work.
Happy Friday.
What can I do, boss? It's Friday. Can you imagine? Like, I would love if we had. I wouldn't want anything to happen, but it'd be fun if we had a cokehead around here.
What?
We had somebody who's always like coked up, just running around like a.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
That'd be hilarious to an extent. I'd be like,
Until
listen,
it wasn't.
Listen, I want you to get help, but this is kind of fun. This is kind of funny. Fax came. I got it. Oh,
Nobody faxes anymore. What are you even doing right now?
Faxes every once in a while.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I always hear the number or the ringtone, whatever the printer
But they're
makes.
not legitimate business faxes. If you look at it, it's like, you want a cruise.
Oh, well, I don't know
it's
what they
crap
are.
like that.
But we're still getting faxes.
Who doesn't scan to email? Come on.
I like a good scan to email. Christian, if somebody came into this conversation with you and Lauren late and all they heard was you talking about doing good lines and how good it is was laugh out loud, oh my God.
Exactly.
I'm not condoning cocaine use. I'm just saying,
I
would
would
it be
hope not.
funny if there was someone that was always that hyped up working? Yes. The answer is yes.
Yep.
Every place has a zany worker or two. And it's not always that they're on drugs. It could be anything. It could be they're a quirky person. It could be they fart every day. That's me.
Right.
It could be. It could be.
I was gonna say, who's the zany person
it could
here?
be their energy. We talked this week how people enter the building in here.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's got quirky things at work, or people that do things at work that either crack you up, or you can't stop watching. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, who am I?
Who are you? I don't know what you would be. I'm the fall asleep at work guy.
And the farter guy.
And the farter guy.
That's fair.
I don't know. Jake, what would you think you are?
I don't know.
That's exactly it right there.
I'm the.
You're the I have no idea where
I'm
I'm
just.
at.
I'm there.
He just named himself without naming himself.
You're the where am I guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love asking you questions. Did this happen? Yeah. Did you tell anybody? No. Why not? I don't know.
I forgot.
I forgot.
He's the forgetful guy.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
But like, does anyone have does anyone have a coworker that, like there's something weird about that? Like there's just something like, and it's entertaining. You don't hate it. It's what they are. It's what they do. You might have a guy there every time he gets up out of a chair. Oh, he grunts or whatever.
Am I the do-gooder?
No.
Like everybody's like, oh, she's such a kiss up.
No. I think no. The only what would you be? The person that thinks they know it all and know it more than everybody else.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah. It can't
But
be wrong. Even
you
when they're
can't
wrong.
take it away from someone if it's true.
On my way to work, there is a house that has a mower that runs itself like a Roomba.
Wow.
My neighbor has one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it know boundaries? Is it like an invisible fence?
I think so. I think it comes with an app and they draw like a line. I don't know.
Like a geofence.
Yeah, they've never mowed their lawn in like years, so it must work.
He says, I'm so fascinated. I can't wait for it to end up in the road one day. I didn't know they made those. I'm sure that's cheap. Heidi right here on today's hit music Q92. Nice use of Gautier and that music.
Right?
Still love that music for that song. If you head on over yet to our Facebook, YouTube, and X pages for the live video feed, head over there right now. Click the like button in the comments section. Just type Q92 Rocks, because at the end of this show, at the end of this hour, which is not far away, we're going to be making one of you that does that a finalist for the 4-day passes to Sonic Temple in Columbus. Go do it. It's Mark Amber, Belong Together on Q.
Today's hit music.
Saw a list here on our website today. According to AskMen.com, these are the top 10 drinks that real men don't order. Real men. Talking about chest hair.
How many of them do you order?
Facial hair. Oh, quite a few.
Jake, I'm sure orders some as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if
sure.
Jake will even know any of these, but feel free, Jake, to say if you ever had any of these. But you're not a drinker,
Not really, no.
even of mixed drinks.
I'll have a mixed drink occasionally, but only like at home, really. I don't like to drink out in public.
Right, not when you're like axe throwing.
Yeah.
Right. So according to AskMen.com, these are the 10 drinks, gentlemen. If we're real men, I'm talking lumberjacks, we don't order. 10, the Tequila Sunrise. That's tequila, orange juice, and grenadine.
Oh, yeah.
Had that, not a
It's
huge
a pretty
fan.
drink.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, any of the citrusy ones float you so easily, like a fuzzy navel or a tequila sunrise or something like that.
Yeah. Jake, ever have one?
I've had that, but not with the tequila. I usually go with vodka.
Of course you do.
Okay.
Because you have a problem. Number 9, Malibu and Diet. That is a Malibu rum and a Diet Coke. If you're a real man, you don't want to drink that.
Hey, you know what? That's not bad at the beach with the Malibu coconut and a
Can't do
diet.
coconut.
I love
I have had. I don't think I've ever had a Malibu Diet. I didn't even think to mix the two.
Maybe you should try it.
Fuzzy Navel. That, of course, is vodka, peach schnapps, and orange juice. Of course, I've had Fuzzy Navels, and I have one.
It doesn't bloat you? Like, I don't know.
No,
It just wreaks havoc on
I
me.
enjoy the fruity drinks.
Because
I
you
really
can't
do.
shoot the whiskey.
No, I really can't. Number 7, the lemon drop. I
that's
don't
good.
like
Is
lemon
that
drops
martini?
at all.
I think it's a
that-
martini.
Tuaca, Taka,
Okay.
Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier.
Here on today's hit music, it is Q92 945. And Lauren, if you want to be a finalist for Sonic Temple in Columbus, this is your last warning.
Yup, you better scoot on over to Facebook, YouTube, or X. Find that video live stream where you see Christian, Jake, and I live on your screen. Give it a like in the comments. Just drop Q92 Rocks, because, this is for a finalist position to go to Sonic Temple. If you want to be included and maybe be our next finalist, go get it done.
Do it now. It's Q92. Rage Room. These effing kids complaining about going back to school when they just had over 2 weeks off. I am dreading summer. That's funny.
I know.
For every mom like Lauren who loves when her kids are home,
I do.
there's
I do.
moms that want to get out of the damn house right now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Actually, my kid started mocking me last week at the end of the week. He's like, oh, mommy's going to start going. oh, you only have a couple more days left of vacation. I love when you guys are home. Like, he was making fun of me because I do.
What are you going to do when they move up thing? I'll be getting one of those shortly. So much for bedtime, sexy time.
Well, you can like get it on and then put your CPAP on.
You could. You could. My sleep was disrupted 132 times during the night. Still waiting on my CPAP. I can't wait to be able to sleep through the night and hopefully not fall asleep during the day. That may be something I deal with.
You think?
Especially at work. In meetings.
You guys, he takes some, they're like micro naps. I've never known anybody who can do what he does. Really, truly.
I've made fun of at home all the time by Jamie and not daughter. They'd be like, I could walk by you in the living room. You're asleep.
Yeah.
Sitting up. They're like, I can go to the kitchen, get a glass of water, come back. You're awake and doing something. She's like, in like the time it took me to just go get a cup and come back in the room, you're awake, alert, and doing something.
That is true.
She's like, it makes no sense. She's like,
you guys, he can completely fall asleep during a meeting, and then when it's his turn, he'll be like, and he'll act like nothing was actually happening just before then. Like, he'll literally have he's very clever. He pulls his hat down in the front a little bit, and he like acts like he's looking down at like his paper or his phone. And he'll be like, Christian, what do you got? And he'll be like, and I swear to you, he's sleeping. You can kind of tell by the way he breathes, like by the way his shoulders rise and fall. If it's asleep, breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when it's time.
Yeah, he'll be like, and in sports. And we'll be like, what?
Here's the games we're doing tonight. Here's
He
what we're having
literally
there.
just woke up.
I'm like, yep, all right. I know the routine. Everyone knows the routine of our meeting.
If this world were mine.
Kendrick Lamar and SZA, it's Luther right here on today's hit music Q92. It is 9:51. And that's going to about do it for us here at the Q92 Morning Show. Before we get out of here, time to pick a finalist. You guys all went over there. You click the like button. You put Q92 Rocks in the comments section, hoping you'd become one for Sonic Temple, the 4-day passes in Columbus in May. What a weekend that's going to be. Lauren, who are we randomly going to select today and make a final?
Today is Bria Benson. Bria Benson, congratulations.
Congratulations, Bria Benson. Look at you. I don't know, you're sitting on some type of rock or mountain. Look at you. Someone went to the Grand Canyon. Or maybe just Nelson's Ledges. I don't know. Either way, beautiful picture with the sunset. You're now a finalist. Congratulations. Now you got more opportunities coming up with Nicolina here next. So keep listening to Q92. Keep streaming us at Q92radio.com, our website where you can listen 24/7. And we'll be going live again on Facebook, YouTube, and X at 11 o'clock. We go downtown with the Diva.
Heck yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. You're going to want to tune in and hear all about it from the Diva and Mike Sturdivant.
Thank you, as always, Jordan Miller, for joining the show today and talking to us. Also want to thank Maureen Ater from ArtsinStark, who joined us at this hour for a great talk about their annual fundraiser that's going on. Really, really cool talking with both of them today. Thank you guys, whether it was the radio, whether you were at our website listening at Q92radio.com, or whether you were watching on our Facebook, YouTube, or X page. We appreciate you guys starting your day with us. And here's the good thing for those of you that work. Next time you talk to us, it'll be Friday.
It'll be Friday, and it is going to be a mid-70s kind of Friday.
Let's go.
It's not going to be so bad, even if we have to bring ourselves into work tomorrow. Yep. And not only that, today is going to be gorgeous, so enjoy the sunshine.
Enjoy it. We'll be back tomorrow. Jake, anything for the good people?
Love you, bye.
There you go, folks. It's Morgan Wallen. Love somebody. Catch you guys later. It's Q92.